Yes, guys. Yes, people. We are back. We are back. Another live stream, another video, probably another dose of chaos. But welcome to the fucking madness, the roller coaster that is Chelsea Football Club. We got over 200 of you lot in here already. And it's not even a preview or a review. That's how you know it's a fucking madness right now. Plenty to delve into, as always. We've got the latest on Graham Potter. We've got the latest on the Mason Mount situation. And also in a positive, we might be building the team around Joao Felix, and he could potentially be staying. That's the latest we're hearing from the brown envelopes. But we'll get into all of that. Big up everybody that's in here. There is a lot of comments. That's how you know the Potter discussion is a fucking madness. We will get to as many of your comments as possible. If you want to guarantee your comment gets read out, hit the super chat. Check out Jerseys FC for all your best affordable football shirts, like the one that I've got here. Last season's kit, I know, but yeah, that was just the one I decided to put on today. But yeah, they've got this season's kits. It don't have to be Chelsea. It can even be countries. I think they got tracksuits as well. Whatever you want, though, we're here to help you out. 20% off with the code CarefreeLewisG. Link is in the description. Big up everybody that's in here. Like, subscribe. How many likes are we on already? I know it's not enough. 48. Not too bad for a start. Not too bad for a start. Let's try and run that up to 200 before we send the link out to the panel. What else everyone's saying? Lewis going to be very... Yep. We are going to be late. But in the words of great Matisse, lateness is greatness. Lateness is greatness. What else is everybody saying? Big up Big Ron. Big up Dinishan. Big up Satimo Werner as well. What else? Everyone's saying lateness is great. I know. Like the gym session went a bit too late, but that's my fault for leaving late. We move. Is what it is. We will be live tomorrow for a preview, by the way. I was meant to be in Dortmund for Tuesday, but I couldn't get my flights moved. So I'm going on the day. So we will be live here tomorrow for a full Dortmund preview. So keep tuned for that. What else? What else everyone's saying? Big up Corey, big up Dinishan. We did say Dinishan already, but big up yourself again. Big up DK. Potter will get us relegated. Oh, no. I don't think it'll be that bad. I don't think. Is Lewis in Dortmund? Not yet, my friend. Not yet. I'm low-key thinking of wearing this to Dortmund, though. Just because it fits the Dortmund colours and everything. Feels like it suits the occasion. Actually, fuck that. Why would I wear Dortmund colours? Fuck that. Yeah, I'll just wear a home kit. Can't be asked. So yesterday when Chelsea lost that game, it's okay. There's probably someone else in the comment section. Lateness is greatness. Lateness is greatness. Big up. What else do we have? Big up Lewis' crazy stream yesterday. Just a lot of raging. But it was beautiful to see. Fucking Sam and Jan were losing their heads. It's good not to be the pissed off one for once. Big up Hussein. Big up G-Bub. Big up Hunter. Mark Smith saying we're stuck with Potter. Makes no difference if we're in or out. Buckle up and enjoy being mid. I mean, I think if enough of the fan base does turn, then maybe there'll be a decision made. But I don't think it will be this season. This season, I'm just going to call things how I see it. I was firmly in the Potter inside. Now, like, I'm not Potter out, but I'm becoming a lot more critical of Potter. And like I've said, to anyone who is Potter out, I don't think you're jumping the gun anymore. I totally understand. I'm not going to be part of this narrative that's either for or against Graham Potter. I just need to see improvements. As long as I see improvements, I will back the project. Right now, I keep saying the only improvements I'm seeing is just the players that we're adding into the team. I'm not seeing anything tactical. And Potter needs to improve on that front. Because if he can't, then he's the problem. He is the problem. I do believe it's too early to switch, though. Like, it's only been a couple games since the window. But in spite of that, there has been enough of a gap in between those games that we need to see some sort of improvement. We're not seeing it. When people say to give him time, I gave him time till that West Ham game. That game I gave up on. I think that's the same for a lot of people. Like, my patience was up until the West Ham game. Actually, tell a lie. I still feel a little bit more patient, but it's like, bro, I need to see something. You need to show me something now because you've been not even, you haven't had a full squad yet, but you've had about 6, 7 new signings. Nothing's improved. Nothing's changed. And we're basically playing a game a week. Basically, because I know we got UCL this midweek, but between that and the second leg in about 3 weeks, we don't have a midweek game. There's got to be some sort of improvement. And I'm just not seeing it. Just not seeing it right now. Big up Steve, big up Coldest, big up Bobby. G-Bub saying, how is Potter catching all the heat when it's mainly the players letting him down? The players aren't exempt. I've always said the squad's a bigger issue than the manager. I still stand by that because we're not completely finished with the overhaul. But there does still need to be improvement. There still needs to be better tactics, better in-game management. He needs to handle the press conferences better. I've said that since the start. And none of that's changed. Like, the biggest quotes that we're hearing from Graham Potter in the last 4 months is, that's life. That is damning. That's not life. Like, I need to see more from him. I need to see a lot more from Potter. In spite of that, I still stand by everything I said about the squad being the issue. And the fact that we're rebuilding the squad and there's going to be a giant clear out in the summer still backs that point. But it's the same. Potter now is catching some of the heat too, because he's not improving anything. And that's up to him to change that. Only he can change that. We have a super chat in here, though. Let me get to that. What else everybody's saying? Cool. Big up Johnson saying, we can see progress being made. It's just that we don't seem to be able to sustain it for a full 90 minutes. That to me is not progress, though, because I've seen Chelsea be that team that starts well and then they disappear. That to me is not progress. Like, progress to me would be dominating a game for 90 minutes. That would be progress. Because being 30-minute FC, we've seen that before. We saw that against Forest. We saw that against City. We saw that against West Ham. We saw that against Arsenal. Even against Arsenal. We saw that against Arsenal. So, like, that doesn't really run for me. Because I still need to see us just dominate a full 90. That would be the biggest thing for me. As a start. Or at least make the right substitutions too. But that also goes into it as well. That also goes into it too. There's another super chat. Let me get to that too. He's so bad. I don't know why Mudryk came off when Chile came on. Mount shouldn't have gone in. Same with Ziyech. Fofana should have come on. I agree with everything except Mudryk. I've been saying, like, Mudryk's the one thing that I'm going to allow Potter for because I do think he's just getting back to sharpness. Like, he's had his second start since November. He had, like, 20 minutes against Liverpool, 45 minutes against Fulham. He's had about 75 minutes against West Ham. I think we're managing Mudryk really well, to be honest. That I'm not on Graham Potter for. Mount, Gallagher coming on doesn't make sense. Bring on one of them if you have to. Fofana should have come on. Madueke shouldn't have come off. That is where I'm questioning Potter for. Mudryk, no. Mudryk, I understand that one. Like, I think we're just building him back up to full fitness, building him up to sharpness. Yeah, that's not really his fault. What else? Over 250 likes. Let's run it up. Big up JB. Big up my guy. Lewis, you want Mount sold? Yes. Yes. Abby saying, when you're going to get a 4K camera and a ring light, bro. Ring light will be coming. Ring light is next. Ring light is next. Big up Eamon. Big up Inferno. Big up Kerry Dixon. Lateness is greatness. Then you say that to your boss at work and get fired. This is why I'm my own boss, my friend. That's why I'm my own boss. No, unless it's Chelsea Fan TV. Big up Alex. Big up Alex. What else we saying? Corey said you were Tuchel out. No, I wasn't. I was never Tuchel out. Find me a stream. Find me a video where I said get Tuchel out of the club. Please, find it. Let me know. Because I have never once said Tuchel out. I've questioned him. I've never said Tuchel out. That is a madness. Not seen any blueprint. Potter out. Fairs. From what I'm seeing with Graham Potter, The Athletic is saying the feeling within the Chelsea hierarchy is that Potter should be judged in years, not months, and they are confident that they have one of the best managers in the game. They have a lot of changes still to make at the club, and they've decided early on not to judge him on whether they qualify for the Champions League this season. The bullet points underneath that saying fans are questioning whether Potter's the right man, but Bowley and co have no such concerns from David Ornstein. The leadership team feel Potter coming in mid-season with a squad that needed such a big overhaul meant success was always very unlikely in the short term. There is still a lot of change to come with what is now a youthful team, and it's felt like Potter has been very unlucky with injuries too. Potter is also being compared to Arteta. He needs some time, and the new players need to understand the tactics from Potter, and his job is seen as safe in the long term. Basically, confirmation of what we already knew. Like, I don't think they would have sacked him within the end of the season anyway. I think all of these questions, even that I'm having, I don't think it would lead to anything until next season. I don't think we're in this position as well directly because of Potter. I've said it's because of just poor transfer windows over the last 4 to 5 years. But he is still culpable for the lack of improvement that we're seeing week in and week out. That he has to take some blame for. So I kind of get Bowley's stance. I get it. It doesn't make sense sacking Thomas Tuchel and then not even giving Potter a full season. That I get. But the pressure needs to be on Potter a little bit because we're not seeing anything. The guy does seem very comfortable in his role. I know he said something about Chelsea not being long-term and everything like that, and fair enough. But he does still strike me as someone who's a little bit too comfortable, personally. I'll give him time. I will give him time, but I need to see improvements. And I will be critical if I don't see those improvements. But I'm not surprised that he's not being, that he is still being given that vote of confidence right now. I'm not that surprised by that. But let me know what you guys are saying anyway. He's been here 6 months. How can we expect to see any improvement in 6 months? He needs 4 years to get it right. Big up, Josh. Big up, my guy. I know you've been Potter out since day, so fair enough. I know you've been consistent with it. I said that's life. CBA. Big up Jesters saying, how come the blame has to go to either the manager or players? Why not both? Completely agree. That's why now I'm starting to get at Potter a little bit more. Because he has to take some of the blame too. Completely agree. The only reason we look a smidge better is because of the new players. Facts. That's the only improvement I've seen. Badia Shields come in, our defense is stronger. Felix comes in, we look a lot better progressively. Mudryk Madueke, much better in terms of take-ons and dribbling into space. Enzo, we look a lot better progressively. With controlling the tempo of the game, we look a little bit stronger defensively. That's all the new players. Tactically, I've not seen anything from Potter. The game management doesn't look good. We always seem to get worse as the games go on. I need to see more. I need to see a lot more. What else? Still a few minutes behind. Wednesday, I'm going to be doing makeup tutorials. Bruv. Oh my gosh. Manish saying, would you? Yes. Facts. Lewis, keep one, sell one, Mount or Connor, sell Mount. Connor, he's always going to be a bench warmer. That's what we brought him in for. He wasn't meant to be starting week in and week out. We're meant to be building the team around Mason Mount. That brother, no, let him go. Also, Connor's not even asking for stupid wages. He's just not leaving unless a top 6 club comes in. And fair play. Why would you downgrade? What else? He still looked clueless in the final third. And maybe that has to do with players needing to gel, especially on that left side. I think it's due to a string of reasons. Mudryk just doesn't receive the ball. Cucurella attacks. Havertz can't stay on side to save his life. And when he does, his finishing is ridiculous. Felix looks good. Madueke does overplay a little bit, but it is still early days with him. I'm not going to jump on his neck too soon. But I just think it's the new players. That's the reason why we look better. I don't think we look clueless. I just think we drift off. We start well, we disappear. That again falls down to the manager. Potter's got to do more, man. Potter has to do a lot more. Big up EE. Big up President Jafar saying Arteta studied under Guardiola, though. I get that, but like Arteta also had very bad runs and was getting questioned by the majority of the fan base too. I get the comparison, but I do need to see improvement still. Like Arteta, there was like that 10-game run without a win and they were near the relegation zone and shit like that. But eventually things turned around for him. Potter, I know he's going to get given that same amount of time. I need to see that turnaround. Because you've also been backed a lot quicker than Arteta did. With much better players. Got to see improvement. Certain fans will ruin their mental health complaining about Potter. I've accepted he's not going anywhere. I'm focused on squad building. That's what my main focus is, but I do still think it's fair to criticize him too. I don't think he goes anywhere. I need to see the squad build first before I'm fully on his neck. But as of right now, there's been enough players coming in that I'm thinking, okay, we could at least get some wins somewhere. Like going to West Ham and not winning in that position, not good enough. I don't care if we don't like going to that ground. Fulham, getting dominated by Fulham isn't on. Forest, that shit wasn't on. So it's just not good enough. Man said Solskjaer vibes. Allow it, Ahmed. Bro, allow it, man. Come on, bro. So no expectation. Chelsea fans hold that mid-table life. It's all long. Lewis is going to be like Leicester fans and Rodgers, wanting Potter out, but won't be by owners even at their lowest point. But to be fair, I mean, Rodgers, I hate even that we're comparing ourselves to Leicester, but they did back Rodgers and now they're playing a lot better as a result. But we're backing Potter and we're not improving. I know we're going to keep backing him, but I need to see that improvement. Dortmund's coming next, Southampton and Spurs. Has to be 2 wins. We dunk on Spurs for fun. It's the only game that these bastards ever turn up for. If we can't even beat Tottenham in the state that they're in too, or bottom of the table Southampton, ain't good enough, man. It's not good enough. Have you seen why Eunice is Potter out? Yeah, he said he went to a training ground and like what you saw there was a big reason for it. But I also think Eunice is very heavy on the Potter out one. And I never really agreed with it at the start. Thought it was a bit too early, but with time, like I'm starting to understand it. I'm not judging anyone who's Potter out. I'm really not. I'm not going to say you're a fake fan or anything for being Potter out too. I get it. I get it. We all just want the best for Chelsea at the end of the day. Can't wait till we bring in a striker this summer. Kai will fund the deal. I know Bowley sees how worthless this guy is. Bro, Joao Felix has had about 100 minutes. 120, 150, something like that. And apparently, Todd Bowley is already thinking about building the future team around Joao Felix. Jorge Mendes will help parties agree a transfer in June. A figure of 100 million could be sufficient, despite Atletico asking for more, and that's 100 million euros, which goes to 85 million pounds. I don't blame Bowley. Felix has had 2 games, and you can see how much better we move the ball with Joao Felix as the centerpiece compared to a Mount, compared to a Havertz. And Cuckoo's going to come in as well, probably to compete with Felix or to play together, and we look to be bringing in a number 9 as well. There is my positivity, because we are going to be rid of those hideous twins, Mount and Havertz, and I cannot wait. Mason Mount, who consistently kills our attack. Kai Havertz, who can't play anywhere. Even idiots saying he played well against West Ham. Oh, it's not his fault that his arms are too long and that's why he was offside. Maybe that's why he shouldn't play as a number 9. Because whenever he gets into his stride, he has to move his arms forward and they're too fucking big. Maybe that's the problem with him, but that's just another reason why he don't suit us. But it's fine. I don't need to get angry about it no more. Next season is coming. We're going to bring in that number 9, and Cuckoo's coming in. We're going to have Felix here too, and we're going to cook, and it's going to be good food, and I cannot wait. Be it Potter in charge, be it someone else in charge, I know we're going to be in a good position in terms of our squad next season. That is what I look forward to. That is what I look forward to. Joao Felix with a false start season on Osimhen. Osimhen's not going to come, bro. I'm not even thinking about Osimhen. That brother ain't joining us. Because Napoli will not let him go after a title-winning season. No chance in hell. What else? Cucurella comp was mad. Not looking good for him. Not looking good. Why does Drew look like he is shell shocked behind you? No, I didn't even know. Does he look? Yeah, he's got them cokehead eyes. It's all mad. It's all bad. Well, is that the real Johnny? That can't be the real Johnny. He would have been modded. He would have been modded. Let me know. Yeah, I thought it was a fake. Any other questions? The massive contract that they gave him was a big mistake. It was probably needed to lure him away from Brighton because it gives him that security. So I get that, but like he's still got to do more. Who would you sell a mountain house? Sell both. Just sell the pair of them. Don't even need to keep one. Because he has eyes. Facts, Josh. Facts. Check DMs. Just the same, check DMs. Let me have a quick look. Let me see. Andre Santos officially wins the Player of the Tournament award for the South American Under-20 Championships. Let's go. What a flex. And it's deserved too. I haven't watched any of it, but every time I've heard about it, it's Andre Santos' goal, another goal, and I think he scored the winner in the final. Well deserved. Proper fucking Chelsea already. Big up yourself, Andre Santos. What else is everyone saying? Who'd you pick as a... Tony every day ending in a fucking Y, bruv. Bring him into the club. I hope they don't throw the book at him for those betting scandals. That guy, in terms of fucking playmaking, finishing, like, he wasn't really the best in the Arsenal game, but I mean, compared to how his all-round game is, I don't give a shit. Bring that brother to the fucking bridge. It's not even a long trip for him. He don't even have to move. Get me Tony ASAP. If he's not getting a ban for those betting scandals, if he's even getting like a big fine for it, pay the fine and just bring him in. Bring him in because fucking hell, what a forward. What a forward, man. Ivan Toney will be out of jail before we sign off. Facts. Fucking facts, bro. Havertz link-up players atrocious. To be fair, like, it's one of the few things he's good at, but even that's a bit overrated. It's just backwards passing. That brother gets given so many chances by this fan base. It's utterly ridiculous. I was getting corned for calling this guy out for being offside too much in the West Ham game. Maybe if he stayed onside, we would have won the match. Maybe. But hey, what do I know? I'm just an agenda merchant. In fact, where's my headline? Do I not get headlines anymore? Oh, there it is. Yeah, give me my fucking headline. Can't be asked. I wonder where that disappeared to. 6 goals in the tournament, and the brother's a midfielder. Boy. Oh my gosh. Tony over Osimhen is crazy. For me, it's just because, like, I've seen how Serie A strikers are like when they come into the Premier League and when they go back into Serie A. I look at like Tammy Abraham. I look at Lukaku, for example. I don't know what the translation's going to be like there. Tony, I've seen him ball out at Brentford for the last 2 years. I can see his all-round game. And I believe that would translate excellently into our squad. So that to me is the difference. What else? And even then, with that case, like, we're more likely to get Tony than Osimhen. Although, depending on the fucking ban and all of that. Lewis, you wanted Zaha and now... You guys don't rate Tony? You man really don't rate Tony like that? Surprising. Zaha, to me, like, for the squad, for the attack we had at the start of the season, he walks into it. And then when we improve our attack, he's good depth. Don't really see what's wrong with that. That brother can play left, right, and in the middle. Why would he not be good depth for us? I don't get that. But fair enough. Yeah, man, I needed my headline back. Just before I send the link out, there was a little bit on Mount, but let me just go through the rest of these comments first. I need to see if there's any more super chats. You wanted Vlahovic though. I want a striker. Just over the bums we have off top. Like, if we can't get Tony, then I'll go to Serie A strikers. But I want a striker, just full stop. Over the shit we have, I don't want to see Kai up top no more. Actually, tell a lie. I'm not going to say nothing about Fofana until I see him get a full 90. But all I've seen is that we're playing Havertz up top. Get me a Vlahovic over Havertz. You can Osimhen, of course, over Havertz. Because he's shit. Simple as. Refs were disgusting this weekend. Don't even get me started, brother. Don't get me started. Thank you, Josh. At least you see it, bro. You don't even have to start for us. He could be good depth. Can't tell me Zaha wouldn't be good depth for us. Like, that would be mad. I said you have Lukaku. Shush. We're not taking Lukaku back. Get Luka Potamus out of my fucking club. ASAP. Shit, brother. Tony is a good player, but not at Chelsea level. Bro, I don't agree with you on that. I don't agree with you. Hey, yeah, put me up top. I promise you I'll stay on side more than he does. Promise you I'll stay on side way more. Right, yeah, this Mount. I wanted to get the latest on the Mount contract news because I did see this a few days ago. Chelsea resigned to Mason Mount leaving amid breakdown of contract talks. Chelsea hierarchy increasingly expects Mason Mount to leave the club after talks over a new deal for the 24-year-old broke down. Mount currently has 18 months left on his contract, and according to Telegraph journalist Mike McGrath, Chelsea are signed to accept that the midfielder will not sign an extension and does not want to be part of their project in the long term. Now, I'm not too sure about him not wanting to be a part of the project, but I get more that they're probably resigned to him leaving because they're just not coming to an agreement on terms. And a decision has to be made sooner rather than later. We will see what happens with Mount. His form isn't justifying of a new contract. I've said I don't mind him getting a little pay rise and a 1 or 2 year extension, but he clearly doesn't want that. So if it gets to summer, let his ass go. Let his ass go. I couldn't care less where he goes, but it is what it is. No one chat to me about no De Bruyne or Salah BS. De Bruyne had 5 starts for Chelsea. Salah had about 12. Mount's got 126 appearances and counting. Don't need to have that discussion. Fan base is so toxic. How you booing your own players? Hey, apparently it's all mental health when it comes to Mount, but when it's Cucurella, boo! Same shit every week. And it was the same thing against Fulham too. Cucurella comes off, they applaud his substitution. When Mount comes off, it's different energies for different players. This is why I back the club over players. Back the club. Because when you support individuals over the club, your mind starts to get warped. You will throw anybody or anything under the bus, even the owner of our own football club, just to back your player agendas. And that ain't it for me. That ain't it. I know people say, oh, but you were Christensen stan and everything. Yeah, but I admitted when Christensen wasn't doing it for us. There was a time last season when fucking Silva, Chalobah and Rudiger was our starting back three. And you didn't hear any complaints from me because they were balling out and keeping clean sheets and playing excellently in the process. After the Arsenal 4-2, I was saying don't start Christensen no more because his head ain't there. That's the difference between having favourite players and standing them. When you stan a player, you won't listen to shit about them. It's always everybody else's fault. Always everybody else's fault. I said weight would prevent it from being off. You dickhead, bro. Big up yourself, Harrison. Big up. Big up Flawless as well. Big up Flawless. Lewis, you're looking for everything to try slander Havertz. What do you mean I'm looking for everything? Tell that brother to have a good game. And then we'll talk. Come on, man. This is what I mean. That's exactly what I fucking mean, man. Big up Flawless. And yeah, bump up the lights, my guys. Raz says hashtag free Mount. Yeah, free Mount. Free him up. Free him up. I completely agree. Completely agree, my friend. I said best news all day. Lukaku contract getting terminated. God willing. God willing. What else? What else? If we could fool someone into signing, Mount will go for about 60 mil, even with 1 year left on his contract. If we were getting 40 million pound offers for Conor Gallagher, I think, and to be honest, yeah, that was Jesters that said that, and it made total sense. If you get 40 million for Gallagher, you will definitely get 20 million extra for Mount, definitely, even with a year left. And if we're getting 60 million for Mount with a year left on his deal, who's dumb enough to say no to that? Because I won't. I don't think Todd would either. Todd don't subscribe to this fucking Mount prop BS. He ain't here for that shit. Havertz 50, 60, Mount 60, 70. Yeah, that's what I see. God willing, someone comes in for Havertz, please, please. Jesters wants the link. Is there any more comments? Big up Hazard for the bonus. My G, my legend. The game has a fucking offside. Why are you complaining? Why am I complaining about Havertz being offside? Oh, I wonder why. One fucking second. Maybe it's because that brother has the most offsides by a fucking mile in the Premier League. 1 sec. You want to chat shit? Can't be bothered, bruv. Can't be bothered, man. Why are you complaining about offsides? Why are you complaining about offsides? The game has offsides. It happens every single game. Well, my friend, maybe this is why. Maybe this is why I'm complaining about offsides. 24, and then the second highest is 17. Maybe this is why I'm complaining about offsides. How many times have you seen Havertz put the ball in the net and then it's offside? Get to the point where I don't even celebrate until I check the flag first. Why are you complaining about the offsides? And this is why. This is why. Exactly this. About offsides. Come on, man. It's pissing me off, man. You've seen the... I big up to Clinical Kai, but I don't check that brother's tweets. It'd piss me off. Come on, man. Yes, 24. You see why I was complaining about him being offside, and then I get idiots in my comments saying, oh, you have an agenda. Shut the fuck up. He's actually playing well this time. Idiots. If he stayed onside, maybe we win the game, and maybe we don't complain about VAR in the second half because we already have a strong enough lead. See why I'm onto this, brother? Because he's always holding us back. But I get called an agenda merchant. Figure that one out. Tell your mid, don't even do that because Mudryk put the ball on a plate for him against West Ham. Don't even do that. You, my friend, have the Havertz agenda. You, my friend, have the agenda because there's constant excuses for bullshit like this. Constant excuses. And look at the difference between first and second. Look at the gap. It's not even like one offside off. Like, what? That's like 7. Oh, mate. Hey, go AM. I've been gunning for Potter. So you can't even say that, my friend. You can't even say that. Right. Yeah. Sorry. I was meant to send the link out, but I had to put that shit out. I love Kai back. See, that's fair enough. You can say that you have a favorite player, but you could admit the errors in their game. And there's nothing wrong with that. When you're chatting bollocks about the players, then that's completely different. When you're making excuses left, right, and center, that's completely different just having a favorite player. There is nothing wrong with what you've said there. Nothing wrong. Because you're willing to see the errors. But there's people who are just trying to blame everything else, bro. The gamer's offsides. What the fuck is that waffle? Right, link's going out. Sorry, I had to deal with that shit. Right. What is everyone saying? Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that. You already know what to do. Cool. Yeah, links going out, guys. Links going out. On a guarantee I don't miss your comment, as always. Super chat, my people. Super chat. Is there anyone else I missed? Oh yeah, shit, I forgot about you. Cool. Cool. That is cool. Oh, we do have a super chat. Big up, my guys. Big up. Right. GoAM says got robbed and went from there's a campaign against Chelsea to that's life. Send Tap Lasso and his shit Spanish poodle back to Brighton. I didn't even know he had a poodle. But
oh, he has a poodle. Fire him now. Fire him now. You got a poodle. He ain't a real man's dog. That's a woman's dog. Come on.
Hey. No. So he's not even wrong though. Like Mourinho, even Rio Ferdinand said it perfectly. Man's in the headlines if we get fucked over like that. Man said that's life. That's one of the most demoralizing things I've ever heard from a manager.
Yeah. So the Andre Santos winning player of the tournament will probably guarantee that his work visa goes through. So good news.
Oh, his visa's through.
No, it probably will guarantee it because it's a point-based system. He was off 1 point because about the way to get around the onerous visa application process in the UK is to be a player of supreme talent or something like that. There's a talent clause, and so they look at what you've done to see if you're talented enough, and that would put him over. So.
Oh, that's what he meant by the Spanish poodle. He meant Cucurella. Oh, for fuck's sake. He meant Cucurella.
Well, I'm about to say, he looks like he would have a small dog.
You know what, yeah? Let me say something about that. Our left side is non-existent. It's so bad. Like, we have nothing going down the left side for like the past 3 games.
There's the visa. Hold on a second. There's
so bad, like.
There's a visa that works like UK gives you a visa on a supreme talent. Like, is that specific thing?
Yes.
So how did Fatur got to UK then?
Because he's on a student visa.
No.
He's not on a work visa. Because the man ain't doing no work.
Oh man. We need to. Honestly, I feel that's one thing. I think that's probably one of the reasons why we're not getting a lot of goals. Because our attacks only dominated from the right-hand side. Nothing comes on the left. There's not enough option in the attack.
Oh, so we're attacking Cucurella now. He's the victim now.
There's a world class reason for that.
On the left side, it's everything down the right, everything, but the left is just a ghost town.
Slim, there's a world class reason for that, and he's on a right back.
Yeah.
We literally in the last game created plenty of chances down the left hand side. One of the offside goals we scored was from the left. Mount's chance where he should have crossed it to Ziyech was down the left. The Kai Havertz header, which he put wide from Chilwell's cross, was from the left. We create plenty of chances now. That's the thing we can't complain about. We
have like 2 shots, Scott.
It's now a case of these attackers, especially one in particular, needs to learn what the fucking offside rule is and needs to know how to finish and hit the target.
Plus,
we have like 2 shots.
Am I the only one who's kind of like calm about it because it's the first game they actually played together, all of them, so they kind of don't know? Because I think we played really fluid football in the beginning, first 30 minutes, 40 minutes. We played like very, very fluid. I think with time they'll start. I just hope he maintained that kind of front four and just keep going with them, because I think the more they play together, the better they get. And the same thing with Cucurella, in my opinion. You sort out the midfield. I like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, but he has brain farts too often, man.
So way too often.
Yeah, so if you have somebody there better, like Zakaria, Kante, or Akova, I think Cucurella himself would be better, man, as well. So
Do you know what
we'll
it is?
see, man.
I feel with Loftus-Cheek, he does the job and then he overdoes it. He always overdoes it just a
He
little
over
bit.
dribbles.
He overdoes it. I don't know what it is, but he does one good thing, then he leads it into a shit thing. Beats the player.
Yeah.
All they have to do is find the one pass and keep it moving. He's still got the ball and he probably stacks over himself. But it's a little bit frustrating.
You said
His
the same
dribble
thing
numbers
about
are pretty.
Mount
His
and
dribble
Connor.
numbers are pretty good in that game.
Lewis,
You
can
said the
I
same thing about Mount
do
and
an
Connor. There must be
announcement?
something
Can I
to
do
keep a
an
problem to over dribble.
a
Yeah,
declaration? Can I do a declaration
Go on, so what would you have to declare, my friend?
to all the
coming
big
out on
Chelsea
the stream?
accounts? All the big Chelsea accounts who said Felix is shit, that Mount is better, and they wanted Mount to bench Felix. I hope you guys are happy now. I hope you.
We want names.
When I said Felix was a better version of Havertz,
because the
I remember
actual
getting called.
opposite happened. So, son of Chelsea.
It looks
I hope you're
so
watching lately,
abstract.
man.
It
Alex,
looks so
go.
abstract when you see this
I
shit.
hope you're watching, man.
When you see Mount, I mean not Mount, sorry. When you see Felix doing this in the Chelsea team, everyone it just doesn't look on the same level. So you just outshine it. Everyone just has to stand there and watch. Once they all on the same wave.
Him and Enzo are just elite. Him and Enzo are just elite, man. I just don't. I think they're
And
very,
it's,
very
and it's
good.
also, can I just point out, this is why you don't judge players off of a system they play in and the manager they play under in different leagues. Like, people clowned on him because he wasn't doing something in a defensive Diego Simeone system. And so they clowned him and said he can't do it in other leagues. He can't do it this and the other. He's not good.
And
all this nonsense.
You gotta remember that the other team will eventually get adjusted to Felix tricks and tricks because
I think it's very hard to adjust to him, though.
Exactly.
Very
I'd rather you have that problem in the middle of the pitch.
It's impossible to adjust to players, man.
No, you can adjust. You can try to adjust to him, but he's the way that he moves. You can never predict how he moves.
He's got too much. He's got too much in his locker. In my opinion, I think he's got a lot in his locker.
Yeah, he's not a
trouble
player, man. He's not a Mount.
He's not one-dimensional.
Man.
He's not one-dimensional at all.
Mount, man. Why is your low point is Mount?
Because
that's what we have in the club. That's all we have in the club. So we have to compare.
I'm getting bored of you already.
That's what we have to compare, man. What we've got in the club right now is what we have to compare. So you have to raise the stakes. To be honest, you have to compare what you've got, and he's definitely outshining.
Or Kai, like look how much more mobile he is than Kai, man. That
goal. I think that's what we're missing. We were so static, one-dimensional. This guy, he just looks like he does an abundance of creativity up his sleeve right now. And you know
what annoys me? Not a lot of people are giving Enzo enough credit, man. Like Enzo's not getting credit from this fan base. Everybody's talking about Felix, and nobody's talking about how Enzo made Rice look like a side chick, bro. That was beautiful.
Because he is a side chick.
Oh, Kai's getting called out.
Yeah, Professor King says Kaya said from day one we need Felix, and you said no.
Who said no? I said no. When did I say no?
You apparently.
I can't remember saying. Even mentioned Felix. I always liked Felix.
The biggest thing for Felix to me, especially in the last game, that was impressive is the fact of it goes back to kind of what Lewis said in terms of with the Havertz thing of he's actually able to do what we got told Havertz was able to do, where he can do the stuff in terms of playing as the 10, like picking up the half spaces, picking the ball up from deep, driving forward, being creative. But as he showed as well, he can also do the stuff as a 9. He can make those runs in behind. He can make the smart runs. He can create space off of the defenders. He manages to do both. And because he did that, that's how he got his goal. He could have got with the other goal as well. That was one offside.
I remember the time that we had players that really good after shoulders too. But, oh shit! There's nobody actually crossing. Nobody actually switching the play.
Yeah. Now we have Enzo.
Nobody's passing wide. But we do it now. So yeah.
Wait, who are we talking about? Yeah. Who are we comparing to Felix to? Just so I know.
Nobody will go. First of all, if you compare Felix to Mount, it's your problem.
I didn't. I said, who are we I'm asking a question. Who are we comparing him to now?
I'm comparing him to Mahrez. I will compare him to who's for Liverpool? To Salah, because that's where he plays.
Salah?
They're not the same type.
Salah not Salah. But, what's his name?
Actually, the person right now he reminds me of is Marcus Rashford. How Rashford goes in off the shoulder behind. That's exactly the runs we've been missing through the no cutting edge runs.
Who? Felix?
Rashford is more like a winger, man. I don't know, man.
No, when he's playing down the middle, he'll play off the last man and make runs in behind. That's how he gets most of his goals. and we've missed that. Somebody who can time a run.
Yeah,
And
he's very intelligent off the ball. Yeah.
Well, you can see like as soon as Enzo gets the ball, he gets right into the middle
That's
to
the
try to give
biggest,
him
the
a.
most impressive thing for me. He
Yeah,
does
same,
not look. He does not. He always make it a turn. It doesn't matter. He always makes the turn. That's what impressive for him. Really, really impressive for him. When the other players from offensive come in, like Havertz, he usually passes back without
Right.
even know what's behind him.
I would
Felix
say,
turns without even care if there's defender behind him.
no, do you know
Same
why,
as
Alex?
Pulisic, to be fair. Same as
No,
Pulisic,
do
to be
you
fair.
know why he does that and why Havertz doesn't do that? It's because he scans his surrounding. He's aware of his surroundings. So he knows that the defender's behind him, but he knows what he needs to do when he
Yeah.
picks the ball up.
Technically,
And that's what the likes of Havertz and the likes. I'm not like trying to, but like
Remember-
the Mounts, like players like that, they don't have that. They don't scan, so they're not aware of their surroundings. So they'll pick the
Exactly.
ball up, turn, and run into a player because they don't realize he's there.
You
Whereas-
You guys agree with Chris?
got
You-
Havertz-
you know
it's
who's
the
around
moment-
you.
There's the moment where he picks the ball up, he
Yeah.
turns. I think it's Souček he beats, or he beats one player, then beats Souček and gets the foul off of it
You
because
see,
he knows A, how to use his body, and B, what's around him. He's aware of what's
Scott,
around him.
those are the things that I say that the talent is. The talent and what you born with when you're a kid, like
100%.
this is what you got. It's not how like those surroundings that you're talking about. Some people doing it when you have the ball in possession. That's not a talent. That's what you do in practice. And the talent is when you approach the zone, approach the position, when you will feel the received it, you already doing it when you're approaching that position. That's the difference between Mount. And that's what I was talking about, the people that train hard and develop their talent based on how much they train. Some people have it in the, I don't know how to say it, like some people just have it. Yeah,
have it.
it's like,
It comes
you see what
naturally.
I'm saying? So for me, hold on a second, let me finish. So for me, when you compare Mount and Felix, it's two different things. I don't understand where's the comparison coming from. There's no, maybe because Mount play an offensive position, but he's nowhere near same player, not even fighting for the same position. If anything, Kai Havertz is actually more type of player you should compare Felix to, because Felix is not a central striker, even though he can play, but he's not. Remember when I told y'all in the beginning why I like Rashford in the middle more than I like him in the wing? That's the specific reason, because he will actually stop the ball and doesn't care. He will turn with it, no matter what, how much pressure he has. Even if he has a pressure, he will make it foul, defender foul him before he will push it, play back. You see what I'm saying? That's why I like Felix in that. That's what's more impressive for me. So Felix, I agree with you, but also I know how defenders work, so defenders will adjust. So after the 6 months, I'll like, look, how many times, remember when, what's his name? Tottenham player that came in January, all of a sudden he was like one of the best wingers on the right. Kulusevski. Do you know how his numbers are slowly start to go down? It's because defenders adjust to his tricks and turns. That's how it is.
I think
Well,
he's
I'm
been
glad I
injured.
didn't eat breakfast because Alex brought the waffle this morning.
I don't know what to say, man. If you know the recipe for the waffles, cook it. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be fine. Like you're right in terms of with Felix, like players like or defenders will adapt, but I think that he's got enough about him that he can still be effective, and he'll still like he'll still be able to like be effective, and he'll still be able to like make things happen in the team, even if defenders adjust.
Havertz will do it as well, don't Scott? We just got to wait
He's
for
he's very technical and intelligent. I think he's that like top tier footballer. I think it will be hard, you know. Like how long have Hazard been here and no defender actually fucking adapted to him, man?
I'm waiting for waffle thing, Scott.
Jester.
What?
You said
Waiting
that
for
I'm
the
talking
waffle recipe,
waffle,
man.
so I just
No, I said you brought the waffle.
okay.
I mean, I don't have to cook nothing if you brought it.
Ooh.
So like
put the
I mean
syrup
like
on it.
so you just say waffle and not defending what you're saying, or
Oh, you want me to? I just
Yeah,
think
tell
that,
what I was
Yeah, why
wrong.
did you say that? Just
Yeah,
look,
why
good,
did you say
good
that? I
offense
just
will
want to know.
always beat good
Stop.
defense, and I don't care if you plan for the way somebody plays. If they execute, you can't stop it because they've taken the ability for defenders to, I mean, slow down offensive players, maybe get in their way. So if you're playing to the best of your ability on offense, you can always get past a good defense because the rules are set up for the offense to be able to score more. It makes the game more interesting. That's why I took defensive stuff out of the game, just like in every sport they've done. So because offense puts eyes on the TV, just is what it is.
So what's my what did I say wrong then? What's the waffle about?
I don't care if they have tape on him. If you're playing correctly and you're executing, you can't stop it.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
So that's why every attack, that's why every time Messi touched the ball, and end up in the goal, right? Every time, every player touched the ball in offensive. That means that we're scoring the goal.
Because you're executing every time, right? You don't ever make mistakes. You didn't listen to what I said. I said if you're
No. I
your
reversed
offense
it
properly,
and turned it to you. Every time offensive player goes forward, that means that attack is it's scoring goal,
You
right?
still didn't listen. I said if you execute properly, which
Okay,
means
so
every
here's
attack that's ever done is not executed properly.
Okay. Hold on a second. So basically, no matter how defense playing, it's not about the defense playing defensively correct. It's about offensive making a mistake, right? That's what you're saying?
Didn't say that.
no.
You just did.
No,
I
he
didn't.
he said defenders make mistakes just like strikers make mistakes, but that's how you should.
Yes.
play.
What I said is if
No.
the offense is executing properly, playing good defense. If you're playing good defense, you still can get scored on.
You see what I'm saying? That's what he just said. No matter how good his defense can be,
Right.
if the best offensive they think, they cannot execute properly. So defense cannot. It's unstoppable if they execute it properly, right?
I didn't say that. I said
Oh
if
my
you're playing
God, it's
offensively and you're playing your offense and you're executing the plan and you're executing properly, making the right passes, making the right runs, it's very difficult for a defense to stop good offense because they've handicapped the defenders from what they used to be.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. So I'm trying to say it from the other point of view. You say no matter how good defense is, if the offense is executed properly, defense doesn't have a chance.
They're at a very big disadvantage. Yes.
Wow. Congratulations on about calling me waffle. Freaking never played the freaking minute in the fucking game.
Well, it's absolutely true. So you can say what you want. If Man City's executing their offense,
yeah. So what's the point of defensive? What's the point of defensive structure? We just let's wait if we execute it properly.
Okay.
Did you guys hear the comments from Crespo about Enzo? What do you guys think about them?
This
the
is
comparison
comical.
he did.
My God, this.
What was the comparison?
This is
He basically said that he's a mix between Essen and.
Hold on a second. This is kind of like literally pissed me off. Do you know where's the mentality come? And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna upset a lot of American fans, but this is typical American football mentality. If you fucking executed your offensive line and offensive thing, that's how it is. 100% this is how you work. This is how mentality is. Exactly. An offend mentality. You freaking kidding me?
But yeah, what do you guys think about what Crespo said?
Americans win, so what can I say?
What do you guys think?
What do you say? What do you say about Enzo?
Yeah, he said like Enzo is he's.
What do you say about Enzo?
Like a mix between Lampard and Essien, I think.
He's not at all.
That's what Crespo said, and he also said it's the happiest day.
He said Lampard and Essien.
He said it's the second happiest day in his life. Like the first one was like Argentina winning the World Cup, and the second one, Enzo coming to Chelsea, man. That's very sweet of him, man.
Who said that?
Crespo.
Hernan Crespo.
Oh, Crespo.
Crespo.
The sexiest man in Chelsea history, bro.
I can see why.
Love Crespo, man.
I think the comparison's off. Like, the closest player that you can compare Enzo to stylistically is Cruz. In his prime, I mean.
You know who I think about? Verratti, similar to Verratti, no? The fact that he's offensive and defensive in the mix.
No.
I think he is.
No, Verratti's strengths come a lot more with like Verratti is a lot closer. If you want to compare like again stylistically players in our squad, Verratti's a lot closer to Kovacic than he is Enzo.
But doesn't Enzo have a little bit of Kovacic in him, in the fact that he's like good at keeping the ball and dribbling?
No, but it's not the same way. It's not like when I see Enzo do it, I don't get. It's not the same way I see Kovacic do it.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not the same dribbling style. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the thing with Enzo, it's like the closest comparison is Cruz, like personally.
But do you guys see us playing him in the same way now, like we will do in the future, or you guys think it's only like a temporary way of playing him now? Or do you guys think we have like a bigger plans for him with a DM near him?
No, the way he played against West Ham, I think is perfect. As long as we can get a proper DM.
I don't know if it's perfect for him though, because I think he's much better going forward as well, man. I think we
he was quite far forward against West Ham. He wasn't that deep. He wasn't as deep as
he was starting attacks, man.
He's the deeper of the two. I want to see him further up, though. I want to see him taking up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I want to see him take up the same sort of positions that Loftus-Cheek was, because I thought Loftus-Cheek was okay with it, but you can clearly see that there is a massive golfing path between the two.
Did you see that he prefers the pass it from the left side of midfield to the right far side more than he likes it, like towards the? He had a couple of chances passing to Mudryk, but he still didn't do it either. Yeah. Did you see that in the moments?
Yeah,
like he always prefers to pass it to the other side than the left side. I wonder if it's because the way he turns his hips when.
But he also likes to
open up.
He likes how to drift to the left as well. Like when he plays, he likes to move to the left as well from there.
Well, because he's right-footed.
Yeah. But man, I'm in love with this guy.
I haven't seen him try to pass both left. I don't know. For some reason, I noticed that he always passes across the field. And I don't think it's a player, because even when Ziyech was there, he still passed it to the right more than the left. So
I think that's what they're told to do.
I also think
that's what they're told to do. But he had similarities with Benfica as well. Like he was.
Do you know what it is? I think it's a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. Where it's like I think it's because he understands that like how to stretch the play, and so if he's playing on the left in a double pivot, he's going to go across to the right more often. I think if he played on the right, he'd do the opposite, because he's just trying to stretch the play out.
That's the point, Scott. There was the moments in the game he still did that thing even from the right side.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Just pay attention next time he plays. Maybe you will see what I'm talking about, because that's the second time I saw he do it. He prefers the right side when he crossed the ball on the far post.
But you know what I noticed about him? He's very intelligent in reading the game, man. Like, did you guys see that in the West Ham? Whenever the West Ham player got the ball and they wanted to pass it, and he just anticipates where the ball is going to be, and we start the counter attack from there.
That's when you have talented players on the pitch.
He's so good, Jester. Like just to watch him play is a fucking joy.
There's a thing, like, for example, I don't know, that could be reasons, like, I don't know if you hit the ball before and you try to place it. Sometimes the way you position your body, it's like, I don't know. When you hit the long ball, you try to underspin it when you cross it. You know what I'm talking about? Underspin the ball. Anybody knows what I'm talking about? So it will, it will has a pace, but it will have a stop when it kicks off the ground. So for the player to be controlling, because it's a long ball, hard to control. So that's my theory, that he does that because that's the way he hits the ball harder. For example, if he will hit from into the right side, he will gonna have to do that thing even more, turning his hips and the body to do it under spin.
He's just a very intelligent player. Like, you can tell from the way he plays, he's a very intelligent player.
Yes, what I'm trying to see, why he's not using the Mudryk same as he using the other side of the player. Why he's not using Mudryk's pace?
I don't know.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, why he doesn't do that.
So I just want to, before I go, I want to kind of tamp down this notion that number sixes don't score. If you look at Casemiro for United, he's scored some really meaningful goals for them in the last this year. Andre Santos, the majority of his minutes in that tournament, he was playing as a sitting six. Still got 6 goals in the tournament. So just because you're playing deeper doesn't mean you can't be offensively involved. It depends on how you're instructed in the tactics laid forth by the manager. This idea that if you're a 6, you're not going to score is absolutely nonsense.
It's not your primary goal, but yeah,
I was
if you
going to
do
say,
it,
I
why
don't think
not?
anyone's ever
Yeah,
said
no,
that.
I don't think anybody said that he's supposed to score as the freaking forward. Nobody said that.
No, I'm saying he can't. I mean, just because you're playing 2 6s doesn't mean you're playing defensively and you don't have any offensive players, and they're not. They're supposed to sit back. This idea that if you're a 6, you're not
There's
supposed
no
to go
ideas.
forward.
I don't know where you got this idea from. There's no idea.
Alex is
Oh,
still
because
vengeful with the waffle thing.
Because
No, that's nothing to do with it. If you really know how 6 works, you know that even the bonuses on a contract, it's not based on the score, how many goals they score. There's nothing to do with it.
I didn't say that it was about his bonuses. I said that doesn't mean if you play a 6, you can't be offensive and score and get assists. Now, does it? That's not too. It's
We
not
know
mutually
that. I don't
exclusive.
know why you bring it up. We know that.
Okay, I'm bringing it up because people are worried about the positioning of some of the players. Like Enzo should be playing further up the pitch, but you still play him as a 6. Doesn't mean he can't get forward and score and do the things he's doing. It's a misnomer.
It's about positionally speaking, and it's about what he is able to do in that position. It's the fact of I want Enzo further up the pitch, so he has less to worry about from a defensive standpoint. So you put less defensive responsibilities on him. That's what it's about. You put more of the defensive responsibilities on the guy he's next to. That's why I want him further up the pitch. And also, as always, I want to see what he's able to do with a bit more freedom. Because if you notice, even with for example, with Loftus-Cheek, let's use him as an example because he played next to Enzo in the last game. From a positional standpoint, he had more positional freedom than Enzo did for most of that game because of the fact that he was the guy that was allowed to go box to box, and Enzo most of the time was the guy that was asked to stay back. Whereas I want to see that flipped. I want to see Enzo being allowed more freedom to go up, because then we can see the thing I was going to say about his confidence is the fact that the shot that he had where he took that on the volley straight away, the confidence you have to hit that first time on the volley to try that technique is wild. But I like that confidence. I think that's good. I want to see that more often. I want to see the thing he did with Felix more often, and we see that more often when he's slightly further up the pitch, and you're giving him less defensive responsibilities.
But I don't
I'm just happy about how
maybe 2 players
how nicely he adapted. He didn't need no time to adapt. He just walked into the team.
Flawless, man.
He already knows everyone is. I'm just I'm not surprised because he's a very arrogant guy, and I think arrogant people are just not gonna be
I don't think it's arrogance though. I think it's just confidence.
There's a bunch of Argentina.
Take care, Jesters. Link in the description as always.
Jesters.
Thanks, bro.
I don't think it's a bad thing, those guys.
How did Carlito conversation went yesterday? I didn't watch.
It went pretty good. Apparently, everybody's happy about the podcast. So, yeah. Do you want to know? We go at it for the first 20 minutes on Potter, 20, 30 minutes.
There was a podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
And also, Jester, turn on redirects on your fucking YouTube studio. So if you're ever live when I'm on, I can raid you.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Just what time is it over there?
Take care.
10:30 later.
In the morning, fucking hell.
It's 8:30 a.m.
But yeah, what Scott was saying, we won't see that until we get out and out DM. We will not see that. So we have to wait till the time.
Wait, Argentinian reports that he's cocky?
Yeah, they reported he's a bit cocky. But he likes to party and whatever. But I don't mind that. I think the club need kind of a cunt.
I mean, have you seen his tattoos, man?
Definitely. Yeah.
I think we already have one cunt in that team, so let's not.
Who's our cunt in the team? Cunt in a good way, Alex, not in the bad way.
We have a lot of cunts as a fans, so.
I love.
And
Alex,
then you're asking for a bodyguard going to Stamford Bridge, Lewis.
Me? I don't need a bodyguard for the bridge. I need that for away games.
You will after the videos will surface more, about
Which videos?
it's the players, power manager. Come on, Gaffer, it's the players. We love you. We're behind you.
It is still the players, but hey, it can be Potter too. It can be Potter too. We can
Chasing
both
the
be right. We can both coexist.
Chase the bus. You and
Wait,
Fatur,
Lewis was
chase
chasing the bus? Oh, Lewis changed it,
Well,
bro.
after the Fulham game, Super Graham Potter. It's the players.
Is that a bus?
And now it's like, now you know what, Potter? It might be a little bit you two. It might be a little bit you two.
Do you guys
Hey,
know?
we'll see this week. If this brother don't get 3 points against Southampton, boy, we're gonna talk.
Yeah,
I did get triggered by Jester with that offensive thing.
I
This
know,
is
man,
Such
I
an
noticed.
NFL. This is such an NFL shit. Like, it's like, oh my god, this is such an NFL comparison. Oh my word, offensive.
Umar says again, Kante is the only player that will save us.
I don't
that's
think
gonna
one
be
player
the
will
only
save us. I think we just
player.
need to click, man. I don't think it's that any player could save us.
The only player can save us is
Ziyech.
pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, his Potter starting to
It's
go.
Potter. Potter's
Taking
got to turn
the Viagra,
because I'm
man.
looking at your game management. That's the problem. We can start a game well, but we never finish it well.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, like at the beginning of the game, I was like, shit, man, we play such good football. We're gonna win this game 3-0. And then they just like run out of energy, man. Maybe we should be sponsored by Prime, like Arsenal, man, or some energy drink.
Let's get Red
Help
Bull
us
or
out,
something.
man.
We can get them to take over us. Be RB London. Let's go. RB London.
We
Get
need
free
London
Red
Blues.
Bulls at the
we need
ground
some
and all
energy
that.
for real. Wait,
That's
did
why
you-
that's
Wait,
the biggest thing for me. I
Anybody
couldn't even
watch
get
the
gas.
Anybody watch the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That was
I
it.
do.
Fuck that, man. I have a
don't
job
know.
in the morning, man.
I know Chiefs won, but I don't know.
It's actually a really good game, but yeah.
What I know was there's a police department in Philadelphia greasing the lampposts and the light posts just in case if the team wins,
Start
so they
climbing
cannot
them.
climb them. They literally use lubricant to lubricate the.
Like the Argentina scene. Did you see Argentina when they won the World Cup? There were people like walking around naked, like climbing the light posts. It's insane, man.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is about the offense and defense, and there's a saying actually in football: offense wins your game, defense wins you titles. So don't talk to me about the freaking perfect setup offense, man.
The only thing I don't agree with Jester with is like I don't care if my DM never scores a goal, man. That's not their job, man.
Exactly. I don't even know who's
I don't care, man. Like it's the same.
No. Who said that we're expecting them to score the goals? We're
He
actually
said like,
expecting them
don't
to
tell
help
me
the
that the
defense more.
DM can't score goals because Amir does
Yeah.
it for United. But I don't care. It's nice if you can do it, but I'm not gonna judge you based on it because even like you said, even in the contract, they're not gonna be like 10-goal bonus. It's not
Exactly. Chiefs won because they have a better offense. NFL.
Yeah. No, Enzo's not even known for GNA. He's a deep line playmaker. Like he's on a CDM with a deep line playmaker.
But his GNA is pretty good though. Like he has
Yeah,
pretty
still,
He
good
can
yeah.
shoot,
assists.
bro. This guy can shoot.
No, I mean even defensive midfielders can score the goals because if you pin the other team in the box, what do you expect 6 to be? Back in your own half? Of course he's gonna be outside the.
No, exactly. I just love that play when Enzo lost the ball to Bowen and he immediately got it back. That's when I
Like
knew
that,
it
yeah.
was a real deal, man. He is
Bro, he's
so
smart. He's smart. He's very intelligent.
very intelligent. Exactly. Yeah. You'll have to see it, man.
Big up Artem saying
Exactly.
Jesters just needs to watch Euros 2004 one time and see how good offense ain't shit against a top organized defense. Once we scored, it was all over. That's a very fair point. You could use other examples. Barca,
Bro, because-
Chelsea 2012 is another one. That was like one of the
Greece.
best teams of all time.
Yeah,
The one
like
that was
Someone
fucking
Spartan,
Jose Bazingua at centre
bro,
back.
because Greece sat there with a fucking shield wall, bro. The fucking Spartan power.
But
Bro.
that's the
Just sit
thing. When
there
you
and
have a
just
good
look at-
organized defense, nothing's breaching that, brother. Nothing's
no.
breaching that.
Based on that theory, that offense wasn't properly executed. It's not about how good defensive is. It's about how the offense wasn't properly executed. That's what Jester
Defense
said.
too. Oh, that's what Jester said. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what game was he referencing? The last one?
No, he said in football.
Super Bowl.
Oh,
No,
so
not
in
Super
general-
Bowl. In general, that's what his idea about the game.
But in general, like if you're not scoring, it's based on the offense and no.
Exactly. Like that's why it's triggered me because I'm a defender. It's like, what's the point of me practicing? What's the point of me?
I didn't hear the full discourse between that. That's why I just didn't get involved. But if
Maybe you
that's
should
what
pay
it was
attention
about,
what's going on your stream.
Yeah, I keep switching in between tabs, but
well,
yeah.
Why did you have like
agree
a bunch of like old timers in this? I wanted to come in. And I was like, why did Lewis have
Barca
people?
Celtic game, exactly, man. There's.
I was like, where did Lewis get
the
this
whole
people?
Chelsea 2012 run, fucking Munich, fucking. There's plenty of games.
Even the Chelsea 2021.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
that's how we won it on defensively. We scored like the least amount of goals in the competition history, man. So
we created hella chances though.
We conceded the least. We had the best defense in Champions League.
Yeah. That's why I said Thiago Silva should have won Player of the Tournament instead of Jorginho. Was it Jorginho who won it?
Not player. Did he win player? No, he won UEFA Player of the Year, but that was because the Euros as well.
Yeah,
so I think that played a big factor into it. If you're talking Player of the Tournament, I don't know who won that. Maybe it was Kante.
Was it Kante? Yeah. Actually, it could be Kante because Mendy won the goalkeeper of the tournament.
Oh yeah.
Now in 2021 we made a lot of chances. Yeah, but so did we in 2012. We also made a lot of chances. We didn't score many, but yeah, we did make chances.
Yeah,
same thing, man.
Yeah.
Who actually won Player of the Tournament? Because I haven't checked this. Oh no,
the goalkeeper.
Mendy won Goalkeeper of the Year. Midfielder was N'Golo
No.
Kante.
You're talking about the Player of the Euros?
Tournament, yeah.
Not the Euros. Player of the Champions League tournament. Because I saw Benzema won it last year. So I'm trying to figure out who won it the year before. Let me have a quick look.
Yeah, I forgot. Probably Kante, huh? I don't know. But Kante, he really showed up in the last two semifinals and final.
You're talking about the World Cup then? Or still European, like a Championship League and stuff?
No, like Champions League 2021.
Player of the tournament.
Modric.
Did he?
2021?
Yeah, I think Modric won.
Really? Oh, okay.
I think he won. Maybe he won like young.
Yeah, he was the player of the tournament in the World Cup and stuff.
21.
No, that's a Ballon d'Or. No, that's Ballon d'Or.
That was 2018.
He said Modric.
Yeah, I thought he said
Modric.
Yeah, Benzema won last season. So who won the season before?
The UEFA Player of the Year.
Oh, it's nobody because it was the COVID.
Oh, they didn't do it.
Oh, so they must have put it into like fucking positions. That's why Mendy and Kante won midfielder and goalkeeper of the tournament. Let me have one quick look.
You're gonna see how much.
They split it.
Yeah, you're gonna see how what's his name, Kovacic and the guy is gonna jam. You'll see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how we look once we get more players back from injury. Hopefully, that will be the turnaround for us. But
Chelsea manager in Cancelo, he just went to Germany. Why are they monitoring him?
It's a loan.
Because he's on loan.
It's a loan.
Lewis, I sent you a picture. Can you share the picture, Lewis?
They want what's his name? They want Cucurella. Maybe we can swap.
No,
they want Chilwell. They want
I would
Chilwell.
love that, and I would deserve it.
No, thank you.
I still think Cucurella is good.
Yeah, I think we'll keep him, man.
Cucurella is very good.
Hateful, man.
There's no buy option on Cancelo to Bayern.
No, there is 70 million.
Yeah, 70.
No, I'm not paying 70. We're just paying 60 on
Yeah,
Cucurella
that's
was
just
younger.
Yeah.
They're probably not paying on that.
Is that the
Beautiful, man.
Look, I just literally spoke and the guy was already Googled. Where's my Kovacic? Where's my Kovacic?
Yeah, they showed Kovacic and
Look at that hug, man.
back in practice.
Wow,
Everyone's
that's
saying
one
Jorginho.
pitiful
Jorginho
hug.
won UEFA Player of the Year. That incorporates
Yeah,
the
but-
Euros too. That's the yearly award. So it was a Champions League award. But yeah, go on, guys.
No. So I think what they're saying is that yearly, normally the UEFA is the UEFA Champions League player. But because there's a Euro that year as well, it still went to Jorginho.
No, because UEFA Player of the Year, that's a separate award. That's been around for years. But like I saw Benzema won last season's Champions League Player of the Tournament, solely Champions League. And I think who won last year's? Who won last year's UEFA?
It don't matter. I don't think Cucurella's living. I don't think what's his name? Chilwell's living either. I think we're good on the left side and the right side. The only thing we need is
Plus
midfielder and a proper forward.
Cancelo's like 28, 29 years old, man. He doesn't fit like what they're trying to do. Not
And
gonna
it could
sign.
be attitude problems with him too. I mean,
Do you think there could be a realistic swap though in mind? Because City want to get rid of Cancelo at any cost. We would be willing to.
Real Madrid, why will look?
I don't know, but who said we're willing to let Cucurella go though? I haven't seen any report.
Not Cucurella. I'm thinking Chilwell more. Cucurella.
They had one.
No, I want Chilwell to stay, man. I like Chilwell. I don't want
Chilwell was much better.
Because there's been rumors of City having links.
I actually like Cucurella better than I like.
No,
he just played too stiff.
Yeah, me too. But I still want Chilwell to stay, man.
Yeah, I still want Joao to stay. I think we're good. We don't need to do nothing on the left side. Like we have a literally really good competition between 2 players on the left and 2 players on the right. Don't mess it up.
Yeah, that's
no, you're right. But the question is, if the offer comes in for 70 million, are you going to be able to say no?
Well, it depends what kind of we're looking to buy, because nowadays those prices ain't going down, aren't they? What's the point of buying somebody for another 70? Or let's say, damn.
Probably not.
I think your mic is same as my other mic that I use when I drive. People think I'm yelling, but
my bad. Is it better now?
Loud. No, it's loud. Just turn down.
You sound like you're underwater.
I'll turn down your mic.
Like a mermaid.
I'll turn it down.
I bet.
Try using headphones. It could help.
I am using headphones.
What kind of headphones are you using, bro? It's like that. The ones you get when you buy an iPhone, bro.
Anyway, what I'm saying, like, we sat on the left side and the right side. We don't need nobody. Like, why are we in this conversation? Like, $20 million different. 20 million.
But it's just a hypothetical, right? Imagine like we go forward and we have Cucurella as our number 1 option, right? And then if he's the number 1 solid option, then Chilwell might be a little restless. You know, I want to play. I have the opportunity of making the England squad. If I'm on the bench, I might not get picked, right? So he wants to get a move, and then they offer a 70 mil for a player that, yes, he's still young, but has had 2 very big injuries already, right? They ask if they give us 70 million, ship him off. You have Lewis Hall, you have Ian Maatsen. We're good.
That's
I guess if Maatsen comes in, that's a different story.
Yeah, but we should not be giving them. But we should not give them Chilwell without getting Cancelo in return. I'm sorry. Fuck that shit, bro.
You should be sorry. You have no.
You're getting 70 million.
Fuck that shit, bro. Give us Cancelo. Fuck that shit. We're gonna give them Cancelo and Chilwell. Are you crazy, bro?
You can go.
I don't need Cancelo, man.
Give us Rodri.
I'd rather have Maatsen on the back, play games in and games out. Than what's his name?
Then Cancelo, right? Yeah, me too.
And it's not like Lewis Hall is horrible at the left back either. He's very promising.
No, but I want Lewis Hall to play in
I don't want him to play left back. He's a midfielder.
Good defensively, yeah, he's a midfielder.
And you know, Bowley's going to spend that money, 70 million, properly. So
yeah, they could go get like a bargain for like 30, 35. You know,
I don't understand why this is in the conversation.
Why are we talking about?
I'm just saying, if they offer 70 million, it's hard to say no to that.
I'm sorry, Paqueta has been he hasn't looked good in the Prem for me. I watch a lot of the West Ham games.
Why, man?
I didn't like Paqueta either.
Yeah,
not my fine. He's improved that midfield. It's just he's playing under.
Of course, he's improved. All the way to 17th in the league since the last season.
He's an improvement on what they were doing in terms of playing progressive football. Like the problem is they've got a garbage manager and what they want to do.
That's true. It's because Souček now looks so horrible, so it looks like they upgraded.
Hey, he changed the goalkeeper now, man.
No, they went from the defensive structure of the team to a guy that likes slightly offensive, and now they got exposed. Guess who's playing new in the midfield?
Do you guys think you're gonna get relegated?
Well, West Ham,
no.
You don't think you're gonna get relegated?
No, they're Southampton. And I actually can't think who else. But I don't know who else apart from Southampton. Maybe Leeds.
Southampton and
I'm thinking, yeah,
not Everton because Sean Dyche can maybe do the job, but
big up, guys. Big up, everyone.
They're not that safe though. They're only 20 points. They're
not
going
to get relegated. They won't get relegated.
I would be happy though if they did, man.
It would be funny, but I don't think they will.
Yeah, the worst kit in the Premier League, man. That fucking ugly ass purple.
They'll probably sack Moyes before that happens.
They were already going to do that. Remember for the Everton game, but then
Lewis, did you lose your voice or you just unmute?
Oh, I'm mute. So I was saying, fuck West Ham anyway. Nothing.
Fuck West Ham, yeah, man.
They've been relegated before, so it's not new to them.
How they knocked that guy out? He started speaking like Vietnamese.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. He did that to himself though.
He deserved that, innit, bro? He did that to himself. Fuck around equals
No,
find
but he got knocked out by Harry Potter, bro.
Yeah.
That was and then he was recording himself afterwards. Like, bro, I'm not going to that game after that. I'm going home. Just got embarrassed and it's got put out to the world. I'm going home.
No, the funniest thing is like 30 minutes later he was in a wheelchair, bro.
Someone said you lost your way.
Did he get his back hit as well?
Oh,
yes,
fuck that, man.
Where did he find a wheelchair that fast?
The rule number one in the fight. Why your hands are down?
He's talking shit too, Alex. He was talking shit with his hands down.
Talking shit. His jaw was open. His hands were out. Idiot.
I saw that video. It came on my feed all the way here, and I'm not even from there.
Exactly. Guess what? I saw it on Barstool.
All the way here.
Barstool's American.
I'm not. I'm from Boston. I'm not from.
I saw it on Barstool.
Yeah, but you probably have a lot of.
Yeah, you have internet, right? It came like it's not like a walk to you to Boston.
FT is FT, dude.
He said, "I'm not from around the way. I didn't get it on my newspaper."
Yeah.
He walked all the way to Boston.
Barstool got America.
Yeah,
it's like Paul Revere.
Is that the other angle? You should see the other angle.
The guy with the glasses knocked him out. Oh my, that's embarrassing, man.
That is long, bro. That's a long day.
The funniest thing is like shove your flags up your ass.
You see, will not work in Russia.
Oh my god!
There's no way we would allow somebody to punch a fan like that and just walk away. If there's any Chelsea fans beside him, I don't care who they are. You pussies. You didn't help him.
Yeah, he was with his mates.
No. You should say they put him in the recovery position afterwards. They tried to help him.
What a pussies, man.
Yeah, they tried to help him after he got knocked out.
I get my ass kicked by 20 people, but at least one of them will feel me. He will remember me for the rest of his life. One of them. I'll get my ass whipped from all of them. But one of them will remember for the rest of his life because he's missing something. Either he's not going to blink with one eye or he's going to miss something in his life. But there is no freaking way. I'm going out not standing, man. No
Donny
way.
got floored.
That's long, bro. You say, yeah, he's got like a couple boys around him. Raw, they actually didn't even do nothing.
No one.
Look at the end. They tried to help.
Walked away, man.
No, mate. They didn't want that smoke.
The guy near him just walked away, man.
They saw where they were.
They'd have to
All
get.
they did was put him in the recovery position.
Put him in
Look
the
at my man after. Irons.
Put him in a spoon position.
Bro.
You don't call someone's age out like that. Like, what the fuck?
Chelsea fans are funny.
Seriously, man. He didn't come to the game by himself. Where's his friends?
His friends.
I think they helped him in the wheelchair. I think his friends pulled the wheelchair.
I don't know, man.
Wait, they actually did help him after the thing. It's not recorded.
Oh, they helped him stand up, right? That's what.
They helped him pull the wheelchair.
They got him a wheelchair, bro. That's
the wheelchair.
Where did they find him a wheelchair from, bro? That's the funniest part, man. That's the.
I think
every stadium, every bit will be medical around. Yeah.
So we just give him a wheelchair.
No.
That's yeah, we need medical in this area. Boom.
Did you guys see him in the hospital? Did you guys see him like Snapchatting in the hospital afterwards? Like just laughing.
I saw the hospital.
With his mom.
Clip as well.
It's not funny.
The guy's trying to get clout for getting knocked out.
That looks like it was his girl didn't want to be faced on.
Yeah, bro. He's trying to get clout of getting knocked out.
Don't blame her. Don't blame her.
Take that.
I'm not blaming her either, but I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, that video it got all the way over here to me too. All the way in America.
That was Barstool Sports that tweeted.
Yeah, at Barstool. That's exactly why I saw it. I was like, yeah.
Barstool, yeah. I mean, FT is FT. Like you're gonna see it. You're gonna see everything that they see.
Yeah.
Except for like Eurosport pages and stuff.
Yeah, if you're liking stuff and it's
Yeah.
Well, that's an L he took. I don't have no sympathy.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, live the games. I mean, we can go back. They'll recognize him.
RK says Chelsea should buy Lucas Paqueta instead of Rice and build a South American base.
Yeah, let's just buy him.
I mean, for what we're looking for, he's better. But
I'll say, as much as I like Paqueta, they're not even the same type of player.
Yeah. Buy Paqueta instead of Rice. Yeah, and build a South American base. Yeah, that'll work.
He also says sell Pulisic, Havertz, and get Richarlison.
Fuck Richarlison. I don't want Richarlison nowhere near Chelsea.
Mama just say Richarlison.
I've checked Richarlison versus Ziyech 100%.
Are you crazy? Are you mad?
Ziyech is leaving anyway, bro. Nobody wants
No. Richarlison is dead.
You rep Ziyech?
Yeah, Ziyech is one of the best players to ever play this fucking sport.
Nah.
Jesus Christ, man. That was
Are you mad, bro? You guys are crazy, man.
You're doing
Richarlison, man. To Richarlison.
Listen, Richarlison is going to cost at least like 70, 80. So
crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm just joking to piss off that guy that the one king himself every time he says Ziyech, but no, it's.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Alex, man, where are you driving today, man?
Richarlison would cost more than Tony anyway. Like Lewis was saying, Tony earlier. That's a better off option.
Listen,
I'm taking Tony like Lewis said earlier. If it wasn't for the ban, I'm taking him on every day ending in a Y.
Wait, what happened with the ban? What happened with it? They're still going forward?
I don't know, but we still have to wait.
We have to wait, and I don't think anyone.
How long are we waiting?
I don't know. Until they decide what they want to do with him.
Been waiting since the beginning of the season, bro.
Of the season, you probably get a verdict. I suspect lengthily he's going to be a significant ban.
He's a
mad.
great player.
On at the risk of starting another hour and a half discussion, thoughts on the latest Mount news that Chelsea are resigned to him leaving.
Good.
I mean,
Fuck off. We don't want
You're Scott chill, man.
All I can say is brown envelopes. He ain't going nowhere.
Life is good. Send him away.
Pull out another banner. See ya.
And I'll be happier every day.
I mean, I'm completely fine with him leaving.
Oh,
I
pick
just
up the
don't
Queen.
think it is out. The Queen.
What a shit footballer, man. What a
I
shit
don't care if
footballer.
he leaves. I just
How much you
personally
guys
don't think he will.
reckon they could get for him?
Leave Dick Nose. I don't want to ever see you.
I
at
think
Chelsea.
we can get about 70
Fine,
if he decides to leave.
We can
7.
get at least 50 for sure.
No, 70. I think it's the reasonable price for him.
Wasn't there some news that he was
from Liverpool, bro? But cheap as shit, bro. They still haven't paid their staff.
We're
Liverpool?
talking about we just paid almost 100 mil for the.
And look how that
player.
turned out, man. They're not gonna do it again, man. It's
Yeah, they
crazy,
will.
man.
Klopp's
You
their
think they'll
manager.
pay
Yeah, we will.
No way they're paying 70 million for him, bro.
By the way,
if Nunez,
I'll take what's his name from that team. I'll take one of the
Fabinho.
players.
Fabinho?
Yeah.
No, I didn't say Fabinho.
What?
I'll take. I
No,
said
so
I'll
I'll
take one
take
of the
Fabinho.
players.
That was
Is there
cock.
actually,
I'm not gonna
bar the
jump. That was
obvious,
cock.
bar the obvious two, is there anyone from that Liverpool team you take?
I would.
I don't-
What?
Just-
what
just I'll
about
take
you?
Fabinho.
What do you mean? We're talking about you.
Apart from Van Dijk, apart from
Hold
Van
on,
Dijk,
the winger they did
Hold
last-
on a
last
second.
season.
fucking hell, everyone's talking at once. Apart from
Yeah.
Alisson and Van Dijk, is there anyone you're taking from that Liverpool team?
Van
Yeah, the guy
Dijk.
that. What's his name?
I
The one
said
that has a
Fabinho.
knee injury on the left.
Oh, what? Robert?
Either him or I'll take that young kid that came from Fulham.
Oh, what, Elliot?
Carvalho.
Cavallo.
I take
Oh, they
Konate.
both came from Fulham.
Oh, I didn't know the other one.
Yeah, they
So
yeah.
I'll-
Carvalho and Elliot both came
Either
from Fulham.
no. The other one on the left, he came from Benfica.
No, I came from Porto.
I take Thiago.
Porto.
He's talking about Nunes. He's talking about Nunes.
Nunes,
Nah, he's
Diaz,
talking about
Diaz,
Luis
Diaz.
Both of them. Diaz
Diaz,
and
Diaz. I'll take Diaz. Yeah, Diaz. Diaz is good.
Yeah,
I would
I'll
take
take Diaz.
Quality.
oh, what about Jota? You guys don't rate him?
I'll take Diaz or I'll take
What's that?
the other. The
Jota scored against
kid.
and celebrated. I don't want him, man.
They all did.
I take
technically
Konate.
Chelsea
Konate
goes
was
for
off.
those players who score against Chelsea. That's a history.
Torres, you know? Yeah.
Bro, you know what's mad? Like when what's his name?
Morata.
When Emerson they refused to celebrate, then he celebrated, man. Fucking dickhead. Man.
He didn't really celebrate.
He did celebrate. He put that ball in his head and went like this in the end, man. He did celebrate.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't see that. Okay.
He tried not to celebrate, then he celebrated.
Respect Emerson.
Emerson, who else should we respect as yet?
So what if we have like
all the
this
players,
is the
No, fuck
Jacob
up,
Huggins. We have Mudryk. Why in Diaz position? LOL. So what? Mudryk is it? We don't have to have nobody else there, right?
Yeah, this is the same thing for the Felix or Nkuku.
No. So then when somebody get injured, who is like, oh my God, how shit our substitutions are. How bad are, what's the name? Our benches. And the difference in the drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to get rid of Pulisic and stuff, but they don't want to bring in. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you trying to put up? I mean, actually, fuck his comment, but I mean, Joao Pelini is a good shout. To pair up with Enzo, that's a good fucking shout.
Joao Pelini has been arguably the best DM in the league this season.
Seriously, that man is a dog.
He doesn't stop. He doesn't stop. That's the thing about him.
Yeah.
If you wanted to talk about someone who could singularly control a midfield, him plus Enzo would be perfect. That would literally be perfect.
Yeah, for real.
No, Big Ron. Mudryk is not new Gakpo. Mudryk is the new what's his name? That's a fidget spinner. Or Sanchez.
Anthony.
Go hold that, Big Ron. I know you're
Yeah,
United
Big Ron.
fan.
Hold that, Big Ron.
Yeah, why are you here, Big Ron? Why are you here if you're a United fan?
So what if he's a United fan? Leave him alone.
We've got fans of other clubs on here. That's all cool. That's all cool. As long as
We're
they don't
not
troll
racist
too much.
towards
I would say
other
just
clubs.
don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big
Kai
Ron's
is a
calm.
dick.
Big Ron's calm.
I am. It's true, Alex.
Alex, is you Russian?
I said is Mudryk the new gap for You're
Russian.
taking a piss, brother. Taking a piss. Right, RK says in the West Ham game, Richarlison
I know my
will
English
score
is not
every Havertz
perfect.
chance. He is a Brazilian striker. He cannot get a chance because Kane is present. I mean, I probably agree with you on the Havertz chance, but
it's a lie.
So you're saying he's better than Kane, or he's as good as Kane?
Sorry. Whoever is saying get Richarlison, I swear to God.
Yeah, Richarlison had the spirit of R9 in his body during the World Cup or something. Because I'm telling you, the guy is a bum.
Yeah, he also left that spirit as soon as the World Cup finished.
20 goals playing with
Not
Harry
even
Kane,
that.
Richarlison
As soon as
should be able to
Japan
get
came
one.
back, or what team came back and smothered them over? Croatia.
The thing is, right, Richarlison is a good player, but he is the same. Oh, the same argument I have about him is the same argument I have about Rice. You can do better, or you like for either the same price or for less.
Can you do better? Can you do better than Rice?
Can he do better than Kane? Can Richarlison do better than Kane?
No,
The question.
My point wasn't that he's not better than Kane. My point is you can do better for the same money, or as good for less.
Ziyad, his is better. Like, is he better than Rice? It's like asking, is anybody better than Ziyech? Yes, all of them.
No.
It's for example, I'd rather than going and spending 70 mil on Richarlison or whatever he's going to cost, go and spend like that bit extra. Go and get Osimhen, or go and get I'd rather go and get someone else.
You can go to La Liga.
With
Quality strikers.
Say again.
You can go to La Liga. You see Newcastle got Isak, and they got him a little expensive because he was higher profile.
No, but even so, right? Isak is a quality striker that costs the same amount.
Yep.
He's up to 70 million. Yeah.
So this is the thing is I'm not Richarlison's a good player, and it's similar to the Rice thing. Where it's he's a good player as well. It's just there's no point in going and wasting that money on a guy who you can do as good as by spending half the money on with good scouting.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Next one, Osimhen. Osimhen's worth it, man. He's top scorer of Serie A right now.
He will finish on that as well.
He's gonna cost at least 140. He's gonna cost at least 140.
That's even if they want to sell.
Where are you getting that price from, man? They're not gonna get it for 140, man.
I know. Hold on. I know it's a little bit egregious. I don't mean exactly
A little bit,
140, but they spent 70 mil on him. They're not gonna take anything less than 100. Nothing less.
Not even that. We just spent 120 on Enzo. They know that.
I don't see us signing anybody other than a striker now, though.
Osimhen is not coming. Osimhen's not coming because they will you say it's wild. They'll
League or something, innit?
They'll demand 150. It's De Laurentiis. He's the maddest owner, or arguably the maddest owner when it comes to transfers.
Yeah, nobody's paying penny less. Dortmund asked for 200, they dropped to 150. This guy doesn't drop. His prices don't drop.
Yeah.
So do you reckon because of that he's not going to leave this summer?
No, because of the price.
He said he is not letting go of his two, Kvara and Osimhen. He said, this is from what I read. I don't know. It could be fake, but what I saw.
I'll say they're going to cost you.
Are those news got to you by like all the way to Boston? How?
Yeah, by newspaper.
If those reports are to be true, then it could be a Koulibaly situation where
you're gonna regret every second that you made a comment from now on.
Both those guys are going to cost you a combined total of about 200 to 250 mil. They're not leaving this summer.
Yeah,
if those reports are to be true, then that could be plausible.
The only way you can save your thing, just change your account name, change.
Hide your identity.
Because they just won the league. They're getting Champions League. Like, there's no reason for him to leave.
They'll probably back themselves a bit.
Actually, I think it's more Lukaku will play more games at Chelsea next season than I see that guy from Napoli come to Chelsea.
Okay, yeah, okay.
There's no way we're going for another 100 mil player.
You can always go for Vlahovic.
That's what they'll do. I can't lie. I think
probably that's what we do. Plus, it depends how many we will take it off, Scott.
Yeah.
Say again.
The only way we can go for the other player, for let's say another player for over 100 mil, if big clear out is going to happen.
Unless we get rid of the likes of unless we get rid of the likes of Gallagher for like 40 mil, Mount goes for like 50, Kai goes as well. Yeah, like unless these guys go for big money, we're not spending another 100 mil on one player. Not like I tell a lie. The only player we might do that for is Felix.
People keep forgetting that we still want to buy Felix.
That's what I was going to say. Is that I think this summer they're going to prioritize Felix. That's what they need to get done, and I think come out about it that they're trying to get them down to like 104 million.
That's the thing. That's why I see if we buy a striker, we're buying someone like a Vlahovic who's going to be like probably 30 mil. Like maybe because I know someone's mentioned it. Apparently, we've got links with that guy from Benfica, Gonzalo Ramos. We might go for him. Like we're not going and signing a massive striker, especially the fact as well we just signed Nkunku, and I like whether I want him to or not. Like I'm kind of coming around to the idea, and I think I do want him to play there. Actually, is he'll probably play as number 9, like next season. He'll probably be the number 9, the starting number 9.
Or based on how Potter sets up, they'll all have free roll.
Yeah, or that's like him and Felix will like switch, so they'll play 10 and 9.
See,
like
I don't know. You see, I like how remember in the beginning before Jester shared it with his theory about how defense versus offense. You see, when I was talking then, what impressed me with Felix is how he plays is in the deeper, not the primary striker. And I do want him to see that. I don't know if Nkunku can do that. I haven't watched him do that.
He can.
Okay, thank you. I believe you.
I love the free roaming from Felix. He's been all over.
It was such it relieved some stress watching him play like that, where he was dropping low, picking up the ball, quick flicks on. It just looked good. He looked class.
It was so nice. It was refreshing as fuck. Seriously,
refreshing as fuck.
It was refreshing to see. Like
it was from Mount. You upgraded like
free roaming, and like dropping deep, going up. Yeah.
The one thing that I feel like Nkunku's probably gonna be most valuable with is his pressing is probably like top 5 for attackers. He is probably one of the best pressers in the game. Especially the RB system helps him a lot with that, because just the way that they set up and the way that they press against like the attackers, they basically risk their back line in order to get the ball pressing wise. But his pressing numbers and his like the way that he takes the angles and all that is really good. So having him as the first line of defense will be better than having like Havertz having most of the people that we have.
That makes sense. Okay, I have a question. Do you guys think that since if they play a 4-2-3-1, do you guys think that Nkunku can play out on the right, and they can interchange? All of those.
I don't want him playing on the right. I just think
keep him up front.
I just think we're getting to the point where you're taking away. Like, he probably can play there. In fact, he has played there in the past. But I just think you're taking away from him.
Yeah. So you're saying you play at the 9? Is that what?
No, 10. I think he's 10.
I think him and Felix can both work in the team, but I also think as well, like the fact you have both means you're not over reliant on one or the other.
Yeah.
Like you can have, maybe say we go and get a proper striker, like a traditional number 9. You can have Felix in some games, and you can have Nkunku in some games, or you can play both together.
You can play 2 cams. You can play 2 cams.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I watched what Villa played yesterday. They played a 4-2-2-2. And then you can always have Felix as, that out and out second striker. He can just move around all over the place.
Yeah. So can Nkunku.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
That makes sense.
We'll see what happens in Dortmund though.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game.
Yeah. They bring the Tifos out again.
Arcade says world-class players are those who perform in the national team as well as the club. Chelsea have 4 in Enzo, Felix, Silva, and Kante. Richarlison is good because he's used as a number 9 in Brazil. In the club, he's used as a left winger.
That's true, actually. He's actually used as left wing more at Spurs.
He's not wrong.
It's still wrong. It's still inherently wrong.
I don't see that.
No, hold on. Let me tell you why it's inherently wrong. Because one of his biggest attributes is the fact that he's versatile. That's one of the reasons why they paid so much for him, because he can cover in multiple positions. So if he's not getting the job done, I know, but I'm saying if he's not getting the job done in the other positions, how versatile can he really be?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm with Artyom.
I can't lie, I'm over this versatility bullshit. Like we've got enough versatile quote unquote players in our team. I want players that that was the problem I had when we were under Tuchel. We had too many versatile players and not enough people that had a set position that could play that set position to an elite level, or to at very least a very good level. Like, please, if we're going to get a striker, we've already got 3 guys potentially. If Havertz stays and we sign Felix, we've got 3 guys that can be versatile as a number 9 and as a 10. Go and get a proper striker, a traditional number 9.
I'd rather have Tony, then Vlahovic, then the kid from
Benfica.
150 million. Yeah, no.
I was gonna say Tony's depending on what happens with his ban, Tony is my number 1 choice as a striker.
Yeah,
I've been on the Tony train since the season they got promoted. Like the season before, in the summer before, I remember in the summer before they after they just got promoted, I was talking about how good he was, and I got shut down by a bunch of people. And now I'm just glad that.
I wouldn't say I'm still 100% on him, but I see what people seeing.
The guy's pretty.
He has a little. I like the nastiness of him. That's.
Do you guys think that the French kid Colomwani, who plays for Frankfurt, could play the 9? Or do you guys think it's kind of the same thing as Havertz when it comes down to it? I think he's not as big physically. He's a small kid.
He's going to cost 100 mil.
I don't care about how big you are. If you can be small and physical.
Yeah, he's skinny. He's skinny. The problem is he's skinny.
I'm just going to bring this one back because I wanted to read the super chat that Alex talked about. Artem saying, I prefer Tony over Osimhen. Not saying that Tony overall is better. I just think he's a better fit for us because he's a better playmaker. Just my opinion. Yeah, totally agree as well. Someone like passing as well as the strength as well to be able to bully defenders. Saliba didn't stand a fucking chance. He's
and he plays against the open.
Same thing.
He's the only offensive player in the defensive league.
Yeah,
but the only team.
I was gonna say, I'm glad you brought up Saliba because this is a guy who's been one of the best centre backs in the league this season, and Tony made him his bitch.
Yeah,
he didn't win a single aerial duel. Saliba didn't against Tony, a single one, and this is one of the best.
Won a ground duel.
I can't remember. I did see the stat sheet, but I can't remember about ground duels. It's more the aerial.
He actually decided not to go. I saw the game. He actually decided. He's like, I cannot beat this guy in the air. So what he tries to do at the end, after he's like, I'm gonna try to beat him off his touch. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't even challenge after the certain amount of 50-50 duels. Yeah. He even stopped actually challenge him in the air.
It says he had no tackles.
He has not tackles. Tackles are not good. things for as a defender. You don't look at tackles and you see how good his defensively is. The aerial duels show me that he only lost in the beginning and then he changed his mind. He admitted defeat. He said, "You know what? I'm not gonna win the headers, so I'm gonna try to go after touch, like let Tony touch the ball, and then I'm gonna press him." So that's why the other guy, you see what I'm saying? The other guy link up with Tony was significantly increased. I forgot his name.
What I would say about Tony as well is, and I know this is brought up before, and I'm not saying he's going to reach this level, but the sort of stuff I was seeing what he did to Saliba is the similar sort of vibe I got watching Drogba. And again, I'm not saying that he's as good or he's going to get on that level, but I get the comparisons. I get the like stylistic like comparisons towards him.
He fire off.
Yeah, the way that he is able to bully centre backs just comfortably. And the fact that I wouldn't even say he's that big a guy. He's not that
exactly
imposing. He's able to bully centre backs so easily. And the fact his all-round game is mad impressive. Like his touch, his passing, his goal scoring, the way he strikes football well. Like
look, Big Ron's comment, like the Big Ron's comment again. Do Chelsea play aerial football? No, we don't. Let's see how many Tony scored with his feet versus with his headers.
But I feel like we could play the ball across the ground with him as well because his ground passing.
Yeah, that's nothing about like it's nothing what you just said. It makes sense. You still have to be winning aerial duels. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you win in aerial duels, that means that you can use your head to lay off to your winger.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, his feet.
But if you want to compare his feet versus his headers goal scoring, just go look.
I mean, not even goal scoring, playmaking as well. It's just as good.
I was going to say, does anyone remember that pass that he made in that game? Like, again, I know I'm just picking up one moment here, but it's just because I want to highlight it. That pass, that first time half volley pass he made, I can't remember what game it was on his weak foot. When he hit that, I would literally watch that. I was like, what the fuck have I just seen?
It was from Mbuemo. It was like a 30-yard. He literally sprayed it from the left-hand side, right?
That's the type of pass I expect from De Bruyne.
Yeah.
And he made that on his weak foot on the half volley. That was mad impressive.
Yeah. No. He is that guy. He's that guy.
There's one problem though. Like he does play in West London already for a club. Do you think he'll really come to Chelsea just down the street?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He said it himself.
Redford, fam.
He's already there.
He said Redford.
Yeah, can you imagine? He's like, I was born to finish my career in Brentford.
No, but it's just like the same area of the city. You know?
Yeah.
It's like I know loyalty doesn't exist in football, but it's the same area. Like it's just like right there. You might just I don't know, but yeah, I guess it's fine.
I don't know. You don't really talk about
Chelsea if the money is right.
Finishing says even if Potter had Mbappe and Messi, he will flop. Bit debatable.
Not a debate
RK
whatsoever.
says we should buy physical players. We need to buy a strong, tall, and fast striker. I don't think we are signing physical players. We need power more than Richarlison will give you set piece and power leading the line. Richarlison takes set pieces.
That is so bad. This man said tall.
On the end of set pieces.
This man said
on the end of
fast. He said tall and fast, and arguably even strong. And then he said Richarlison. It's literally not. I don't know what he's talking
That makes
about.
more sense for Tony though.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know
What do you
how
mean
fast
about?
Tony.
I don't even think Tony is on that much of a contract. So even money, like he might be. If he wants, he can get a big raise coming to Chelsea.
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%.
Ivan Tony.
They just got promoted 2 years ago.
So I don't know if I saw the right one, or if I did the math right. It says he gets 1.092 million.
Got 2 years left in the summer.
Damn.
Wait, did someone say like Tony's similar to Drogba earlier?
He said he gives
He
It's you the one that makes. It's you the one that made the comment in the chat, and now you want your comment to be.
I don't slander him because you said Levi Kogel's clear of fucking Vardio.
No, I was just about to pick up Tony. Like, what?
Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought you were about to piss him out.
Tony's my guy, man.
Every time Havertz goes in for he fouls. It's so annoying, honestly.
I would
That's
say
the reason why we
Tony's more.
complain about aerial ability because the ball goes to Havertz's head and he rarely wins 50-50s or any aerial duels.
And he's tall.
Offside. First of all, he's not even onside.
He's always offsides. That's so annoying.
I would
I'm
say
saying
Tony.
we
Like,
get called an agenda merchant. Get called in the
I would
general.
say Tony's most similar to like Harry Kane.
I agree with you, but he knows he's offside and he makes a play for the ball. I don't understand like what goes through his mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And this
Fuck
the
it,
problem
maybe
is
they
like
won't notice.
No, to be honest, to be fair to Havertz, that West Ham offside, well, he was barely offside.
Bro, what are you
no,
talking about?
it's no.
Arm
Do
was
you know
out.
why?
It
Do you know why?
was barely.
Yes, no, but you know what the problem is that happens all the goddamn time. Like
all the
we
time,
saw it
yeah.
earlier with what Lewis brought up. This is a guy who doesn't seem to understand what the offside rule is. And the last time we had a guy like that, I got severely pissed off having to watch him every goddamn game.
Warner.
Like,
But like,
it was just annoying.
But sometimes it's not always on the player. Sometimes the pass can be released quicker.
Bro, he released that perfectly. What are you talking about? He played a no-look reverse pass to him, and my guy just couldn't speak. Like
He ran too early. He went too early. But on that,
all he has to do is literally take a step back.
Ogbonna stepped up on that one too.
The only reason Havertz was offside because he put his arm out. If Havertz keeps his arm in, he's on.
Bro,
well, you don't keep your arms close together when you're running, do you?
No, because he was signaling.
Doku, it's an accumulation of all
So
five
he's
back
going
in.
to make
Calm
that.
down.
So the problem is his timing. His timing is just shit.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
You gotta be aware of
I'm gonna say it again. Like I know Ziad and Scott both said like it's not on Potter, but it's a little bit on Potter because like I don't like to be in personal shit, but like when I was a winger in high school, I was offside a lot too. And my coach helped me work on runs to make so I'm on side. Potter needs to work on that individually with him, I think. Honestly, because it happens too often. It happens repeatedly.
Like he also should have took him off that game, but
that too.
Like it's just wrong decisions.
Like
that
many times.
Fuck. CNAC says Tony's style striker is definitely the perfect fit for our players. Physical hold-up play, creative enough for other attackers, and a decent finisher. Exactly. Well, he's a very well-rounded forward, and I think like put him
and you know what it is like I said earlier, it's about having someone that's stylistically different to what we've already got. Because like I think Fofana can be that, but it's way too early to put that kind of pressure to think he can be the guy that you bring on to change the game for you. So you need someone who is going to be different to Havertz, different to Nkunku, different to Felix.
We have Broja, but he can be coached into it, and he has injuries, so it will be perfect for him to get into the system.
How old is he now? 21?
He's still 20.
He's still 20? That's not, yeah.
But on the Havertz thing as well, people are mentioning in the chat, learn how to bend your runs. Because Felix did it in the first half. And that Felix goal that hit was offside. I put more on. Was it Reece that made the pass? Because there was multiple times he could have played that earlier, and he chose to delay. He chose to delay until Felix was offside. Felix, if you notice, bent his run. Havertz does not know how to do that. He doesn't know how to bend his runs.
It's a lot actually on the passing player, but offsides than on a person that gets into the offsides. It's not. I'm not saying it's like 100. But it's more than 50% on actual passer.
Most of the time, I would agree with you, Alex. I think for the Havertz one, it was on him because I don't think Mudryk could have played that pass any earlier. And all Havertz literally take
you're talking about the one that he cut in on the left.
Yeah, he cut in and played that reverse pass, like no look reverse.
That's the offside was. I don't think it's anybody at fault because the distance short. And the pass was strong. Like it's the sequence of passes so quick and so short. I wouldn't say that that's where you determine like how to be on inside. A lot of them, Kai Havertz should be. It's on Kai Havertz. Exactly, people saying that he needs to learn how to bend the run.
Yeah.
To be exactly, it's how he scored in the Championship League final. That's the bending run.
No, exactly. You know
that's how he actually did it. He run that space. And he didn't run in a straight line. He's not Timo Werner.
Yeah.
He bended that run. So that's in an open space. You use a bending run. But in a short space, it's the short pace is offside in the box, like 1-2, 1-2. That's nothing you can do about it. That's more about how good defensive line is. The thing is, the more you play with the players, the more you know how they're going to pass it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I bet you 90% of the people that watched that game before the pass happened, they didn't even thought about how that Mudryk is going to pass that ball. Everybody thought that he's going to keep running on right and maybe taking a shot. Yeah. Nobody even on the thing even knew that he will even attempt that pass.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's early to do. This is not the example of him being offside because of Havertz. That's not the example. He's bad at it, but that's not example to actually say it that he is.
But
you see what I'm saying?
Kai is also leading the Premier League in offsides by 24 offsides. Tony has 17.
Yeah.
It's
look. Do you think I'm defending Kai Havertz? No, I'm not. I'm just saying when you criticizing him, you need to criticize him on a proper thing when you need to criticize him.
Yeah.
Like I said, if the ball's coming from the pass, from the long range, it's not only on the guy that gets offside, it's also on the guy that passes it. Because he can actually see more than the guy that actually run. Because sometimes, for example, if you don't know where's the player behind you and you make it run, but you see it clearly in front of you, that's on you.
That's true. I'll agree with that.
100%.
But if you're different, it's on. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I gotta go. Thanks for having me, Lewis.
No worry, Alex. It's always good to chat. Take care.
I'll
of yourself,
see you
right?
guys later.
Have a good one.
Artem says we need an aerial striker like Tony. I cannot stand watching Kai. He doesn't even go up most of the times. He bumps and commits a foul. So exactly, like fair play for the defensive contribution and everything. I do think he's got good work rate with that. But that's it. And I keep saying it's great doing that, but what do you do going forward?
I just want a striker that understands how to use their body correctly. This is the thing. It's like what I spoke about in the stream yesterday. Like I just want someone, and this is the thing. Havertz, and this is why I disagree with people talking about how he has to bulk up. Bulking up can help with this, but I think a lot of it just comes down to understanding your body and understanding like how to use your body and how to use like it in football. Because Felix does it really well, and he's 5'11" and is not a built guy. He's fairly skinny. And he understands, you can see from 2 games, from 150 minutes of football, he understands how to use his body really well. Hazard was the same. He was slightly bigger, more stocky, but he understands how to use that body successfully. Kai doesn't. Kai has no idea how to use his body successfully.
No, he doesn't. Exactly.
The only instance I've seen him do it okay is when like you saw the Fulham game when it bounced next to Tim Ream and he got that when he chipped it.
Yeah.
Instance, he used his body in the right way where he bumped Tim Ream without committing a foul. But that's the only time. Yeah, that's the only time he does it right.
Have you guys noticed also that Kai's passes are like little? The weight of the passes are a little too hard sometimes. Like we lost the ball like twice in the midfield because his passes.
Because he has absolutely no idea how his weight of ball. Whether it's there are so many elements to Kai's game that you could like pick out and criticize. And I'm not just doing it because it's Kai Havertz, but like the weight of his weight of ball when it comes to either passing or finishing more often than not is so fucked. Like he doesn't understand. And this is why I say it. And this is why when it comes to like Tony, for example, and other players, the way that they strike a ball is impressive because I see Kai Havertz doesn't know how to do it. The way he strikes a ball is so bad.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So soft.
And you know what that is? That's just not being a student of the game. For real. That's just what it is.
He
That's
goes
just like really not honing in on your craft. Like you just really don't care. That's what it is.
No, exactly.
If you're a striker and you don't know how to hit a ball, like come on.
That Crystal Palace one, remember that Crystal Palace when he got a ball over the top, he beat the defender and then boom, he just like passed it into the goalkeeper. That was so frustrating, dude. Like holy shit, smack that shit. Dude.
It's typical Kai, isn't it? Big up Guy and saying, would Tony get into Barcelona, Madrid, PSG, or Bayern? If the answer is no, then he's not up to our standards. He needs world-class players off the bench.
He will get him to PSG and Bayern.
This is genuinely a load of bollocks.
Do you think he gets into the Bayern squad?
Yes, over Choupo-Moting.
Sorry, you mean the same squad that exactly had Choupo-Moting up top? Yes, he would.
Over Choupo-Moting, yes, he would.
And when have we been to the same level?
And even then, like I think if Tony was in our squad, you'd have the debates with him and the other forwards that they would be having because he'd look a lot better and he'd be surrounded by much better players. So I think it's subjective. Tony doesn't get into that argument because he plays for Brentford. It's as simple as that.
And the thing is as well, this idea of because he doesn't play for an elite club or would he start for this club? I guarantee you, like most of this panel and most of the people in this chat would take Palhinha, and my man's playing for Fulham, was playing for Sporting Lisbon last season.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you're an idiot. But like this man's been one of the best CDMs in the league. This man's been one of the best CDMs in the league playing for Fulham. Like this idea that they're not going to play for an elite club. It's just Bro, it's just this big names nonsense. Like,
I know,
you want
right?
us to
I know better than this.
he's a huge name.
Did you guys see Williams' goal? That was so sexy. Holy
That was
shit.
beautiful.
Unbelievable, man.
Big
He's
up
got a
Williams.
little renaissance going on this season. It's
Yeah,
nice to
for
see
real.
because he's
For
been
real.
at Chelsea.
Body on the floor, and he slotted it straight up there. That was
Far
so
post.
to watch, man.
That was good memories. That was like
I love how
him.
I like how Williams having a little like research of the film because certain Chelsea fans never like respected his team. So
And where did he go? He had went to, where was it, Olympiacos? I forgot where he
Oh,
had.
he went to like Brazil.
He went to
Remember?
Corinthians. He went to Corinthians.
Yeah, and he just wasn't doing well, and he comes back and he's.
I don't know if it
Yeah,
was
no,
well.
he went to Arsenal, then he went to Corinthians and got death threats, and then came back to the Premier League.
Yeah. Amazing. Good renaissance. All right, see you guys.
RK also says, Jay, take care, bro. Take care, bro. Big up.
Big up, guys.
RK says Richarlison left Everton and Everton are in the relegation zone. He is on the bench of Tottenham. He will leave to a La Liga club. Jesus also cannot enter the striker position in Brazil. He is fast, physical, and a poacher too. Raw. RK really wants Richarlison to Chelsea.
Yeah, and RK is waffling because Richarlison left Everton and Everton are in relegation. Brother, when he was
I
there,
like
they were in
Richarlison.
relegation.
I like Richarlison. I think Richarlison is certain.
They were in relegation when he was there too. Like what?
Yeah, they were. They only
like,
just
what do you
scraped
mean?
out with him.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
on
like
the,
I don't know, man. If you got any other thoughts on Richarlison, let us know. RK.
I will say, no, I do get his point, and I kind of do agree with his overall point in terms of the type of player, but I disagree with the player he wants.
Yeah, like
on the
Richarlison,
Jesus
you
point
can
as well.
talk about
Jesus has
the
never
depth.
performed until this year. Like
Talk
really
about
performed.
strikers though. Would any of you guys take Victor Roque?
Who?
Potentially, but
I
like,
haven't seen anything of Victor Roque. I know he's another Brazilian talent, but I don't
he
know
was
anything about
he's the same guy. So him, Santos, and one other guy finished all on 6 goals in the tournament. But like, I'd potentially take him, but like the problem is I don't know anything about him. And Barcelona are reportedly interested, and we know when it comes to South Americans and Barcelona how much of a ball ache they can be.
Also, don't forget the work permits and everything. That's going to be its own ball ache. Adrian says Ivan Toney is second in offsides but has 14 goals. Kai is leading in offsides with 5 goals. I prefer not to speak. Exactly. That's why we didn't even bring up the fact that Toney was second, because the brother does his job going forward. So we don't care if you're offside. Havertz doesn't, and yet he's still got the most offsides. So you're just holding us back. You can complain what you want about VAR, about Potter. I tried not to say it because people would call me an agenda merchant, but if Kai Havertz knew what the offside trap was, we don't even care about VAR because we're 2 or 3-0 goals up in the game.
Lewis, everything you just said there, by the way, is exactly why I didn't get at Potter after the game, because if VAR does its job and if Havertz knew the goddamn offside rule, we win that game like 2-1, 3-1. And if Reece James defended well enough, we win that game 2-0, 3-0. No one's talking about Potter.
Yep.
That's the same.
That's why I didn't know what my stance was when I started that stream, because I was thinking like, I get it's Potter, but like there's other issues as well. But I can't ignore the fact that Potter's not improving anything. But if it wasn't for VAR or Havertz, we're probably not even discussing that. Like, it's a mess right now.
That's why I said I'm not really tripping, but the fundamentals got to get fixed up.
Yeah,
that's why I think it's fair to criticize Potter, do all that, but I'm not on the Potter out bandwagon yet. I'm not.
I'm not going to be put out till next season. Like for me,
now we're starting a whole new train. It's not Potter out. It's Potter fix up.
I was going to say, someone said that in the stream the other day. Like, that's the thing. It's not, as you said, it's not Potter get out, it's Potter fix up. Because I agree, like, certain decisions he makes are stupid. I didn't really blame most of the subs he made, because at least 2 or 3 out of the 3 idiots that came on were going to have to come on. But, like, he could have brought Fana on, could have brought Chukwuemeka on. That's fair enough. And, like, there were certain things in terms of the game. Maybe you could have
this guy's just holding bench every week. Potter needs to let him rise, man.
I don't get why he's been on the bench so much.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Had we not gotten Man City twice in the cups, that's probably where he would have gotten most of his game time.
Yeah. Fake getting City away in both.
I think it's good to not start.
But it's like, bring him on for 15 minutes in a Premier League game. He might, like, you saw what he did. He had a chance. If he just gets another one of those, he might have been working on it. He's like, I'm going to put this one away.
I think Chukwuemeka has a higher ceiling than like Gallagher.
Yeah, but the problem is, once you have Enzo on that field, you're not gonna bring on another super attacking midfielder. And Carney, let's be honest, at his age, is gonna be just an attacking option. He's not gonna have any defensive help.
No, I disagree. I think at his age, you can mold him to whatever you want.
Yeah, but not right now. You can't mold him by next week. You can't mold him by the time of minute 1 and minute 60.
He can play. He can play a pivot. He can play anywhere in the midfield.
Dog, I'm not comfortable in playing Enzo and Carney together. I'm not comfortable at all.
No, you can't have that. He's just too attacking. I mean, you can like in training, you can start, giving him having him work with defensive midfielders to kind of change his game up, but not in a real game. I feel like if you were gonna take out Madueke, you put him out there. He has enough speed to be able to cope, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you put Carney on the right.
Yeah, and if you were gonna take out, I still don't think he should have took out Madueke, but
I don't think he should have taken out Madueke either. But I understand that he is injury prone.
Yeah.
I understand it. Get them acclimatized to the league.
No, yeah, I get it.
There's specific players you bring on.
Lewis said it.
There's specific players you can bring on, and I don't think it had to be the players that were brought on.
I did think Emerson though was dealing with Madueke in the second half.
Yeah, Emerson had a good game. I think Madueke just overplayed things a little bit in that second half.
I think he
kept was good in the first.
Too much.
So same thing with Felix. To be fair, the whole team just dipped off as a whole in that second half. Other than the same usual candidates, Enzo, Silva, Badiashile, I don't really know who stood out for me. RK says Toby cannot enter the England. Go on, Dag. Finish your point.
Is Kovacic fit?
I don't think so. We'll find out tomorrow for the presser, but I don't think so. I haven't heard anything. RK says Toby cannot enter the England striker position from the bench too. How can you expect Tony to be Chelsea striker? Yeah, but Tony's facing Kane. Kane's not going to get benched. Chelsea missed 3 world-class strikers. I compare Richarlison to Benzema when he used to come from left wing for Real Madrid.
You see, criminal. It's criminal. It's criminal.
A brazy comparison. Wrong.
It is criminal. The fact that it even processed through his brain that should be typed out is criminal.
Yeah, Tony ain't starting because Harry Kane's up top. Kane is
this
Kane.
is the thing.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say in my opinion, I think Tony is more similar to Kane than any striker.
In the Premier League currently, I'd probably agree.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
He can drop back. He can play. He has the playmaking ability to make those passes, and I just think he'll work for Chelsea because if you have the pace of Modric and Madueke on those wings, he can drop back and he can send it. If there's teams that are playing a little bit higher, not it's all the teams.
What else is as well with Tony?
Guys in the comments, let RK cook. I'm very interested in his opinions, please.
The thing is as well with Tony and with number 9s, and this is where I disagree with a point I've seen a few people say about having a traditional number 9. Being a traditional number 9 does not mean you're just purely a poacher. You can be a traditional number 9 but have amazing fundamentals in elsewhere. For example, I'd say Lewandowski is a traditional number 9, but his fundamentals are elite. Same with Kane, same with Tony. I would say that these guys are traditional number 9s, but their fundamentals are elite. We're not talking about for example, like a Haaland, say, where his fundamentals are lacking slightly and he is mostly a poacher. He's got decent fundamentals, but they're not amazing. This idea of saying that, we don't need a traditional number 9, they don't work in the Premier League. Yes, they do, as long as they're not one-dimensional. As long as they're not basically not going to function in the attack or not going to get involved in build-up play or anything like that, then yeah, you can have a traditional number 9.
Yeah.
If to be fair, someone's put in about me saying about Lukaku, Lukaku is a good example of someone who's just a poacher. He's not going to help you in build-up. He's not going to help you in any way on in terms of or really off the ball, apart from making runs off the ball. But his I just think when it comes to fundamentals, you can have a number 9 as long as they have a traditional number 9, as long as their fundamentals are good.
This is a stretch. Do you guys consider Lautaro Martinez a number 9?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Makuku's out for 6 weeks, so he's missing both legs against Chelsea.
He wasn't going to play anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
hilarious.
I just remember his name getting brought up in January, so I thought I might as well.
Yeah,
Save
it's
for
gonna
that.
be hilarious.
And
Lautaro Martinez is a traditional number 9, but again, his fundamentals are good. Like his
I think he's
build up.
really strong in the air too. He's very strong in the air. Like he gets up there, he wins headers. He's not afraid to back down. But the thing about him is he's gonna cost around that like 50, 60.
How much is this guy selling to big up Richarlison?
I don't know, but all I'm saying is it cannot be compared because Benzema didn't really play on the wing, big fella. Benzema always.
I can't lie. I did think for a second you said Nkunku or Madueke.
Yeah, now I get why people thought that.
I even thought you said Madueke or Nkunku or like got their name slightly wrong. I was like, wait, what?
Madueke, fucking
I was like, sorry, what?
Boy. RK's in here again saying that's exactly my point. Richarlison is not starting because Kane is there. I mean, fair enough. You're not even wrong with that one. The time when Real Madrid bought Benzema and there was Higuain and Ronaldo in the striker position. Benzema came from the wing and nobody liked him. Didn't he drift off more?
No, RK, there's a big old difference, which I'll come back to in a second because I just need to confirm whether this is true. Come back to me in a second, but there's a massive difference between the two.
Guys, in the comments, let him fucking cook, man.
There is a massive difference.
No,
Benzema.
I'm starting to understand your point of view.
The difference is that even under or back when Benzema and Ronaldo were playing together, right? They still both got their numbers. While Benzema didn't get his goals, he got his assists. While Ronaldo got his goals, Benzema got the assist. And then sometimes when Benzema got the goals, Ronaldo got the assist. In the Tottenham situation, you have Son and Kane, right? Son had 20 goals with Kane. This season, when Son is not playing well, they substituted him. Hold on. When Son is not playing well, they substituted him for Richarlison, right? And Richarlison still didn't do jack shit. So when you're saying that he can't play because Kane is there, let me finish. When Kane drops deep, Richarlison is able to swing into the striker position. That's how Son ended up getting his goals. So if Richarlison can't do that, then he's not versatile like you said he was. He's not really a good striker because he's not finding the open spaces like you said he was. And then all in all, he's just a mediocre. He's just mediocre. That's it.
Oh, Lewis, apparently he's only selling you 3p.
Say again.
What was that?
Apparently he's only selling you 3p.
What?
Yes, it's not that much. Like 400 rupees is not that much.
Oh no, I'm seeing the conversion rate. It's fine. But we don't care about money here. I just care about his opinion. Just care about his opinion.
The thing is with that comparison, regardless of how you rate Richarlison, that comparison is not valid considering the season before he went to Real Madrid, Benzema was the best striker in Ligue 1 and helped his team win the Premier League. Not the Premier League, the Ligue 1, excuse me.
We know.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that this guy Richarlison is 25? How old was Benzema when he went to Madrid? And he he was already doing so well. No, Richarlison isn't.
He would have been like 21, I think.
He's a poacher. He's a poacher. In the Brazil squad, he was getting the ball put into an area, and he was in good form. He was finishing, but that's all he.
No. Hold on. This is the one thing I'll say. Like I said it first. Richarlison played well in the World Cup. That was not Richarlison. He had the spirit of Brazil in him. That was not Richarlison. You feel me? Pele was passing at that time.
That's a bit harsh.
I'm telling you, he was not Richarlison during the World Cup. Those touches he was making, the flicks he was making, that was not him.
You miss Nathaniel. Yeah, Nathaniel, man. That was bro. That guy came in and out like Aubameyang against Man City, bro. Every stream. It was all mad.
What happened to him? That's why he went to college or something.
Fuck knows.
I don't know. He got kicked out one time and just never came back. Yeah, Nathaniel, wherever you are, my friend.
I know he did like a face reveal on Twitter or something.
Yeah, he did a face reveal. Wasn't too surprised. Big up RK again saying bring Richarlison on as a striker and then we will talk more because in Brazil he will be the number 9 for 8 more years. Again, wouldn't mind him as depth. I don't think he would start, but
I personally believe, Yeah, let's
He's
be
probably going to
honest.
stay when Kane leaves.
Had
And also,
Jesus been healthy, he probably would have started.
And also, he won't be the striker for 8 more years because I think Hendrick will take that place and maybe Rocket.
Who? You say
Hendrick and
Hendrick?
Rocket. Yeah.
Hendrick's a left winger.
No,
He's also 16. He's also 16.
Yeah, he said 8 years. So he said 8 years though.
Yeah, for 8 more years. Now that's calm, but like Hendrick's not really going to get a look in pop like till like he's like what 21, 22.
I mean, yeah, 8 years. Hendrick's going to be 24, so he will get a look in.
Oh no, he'll get a look in towards the end of that. Fair, but like the way that it's sounding is like, well, he's not going to get he's going to get a look in soon.
No, fair. No, fair.
Richarlison
will be there. But if Jesus is healthy, I think Jesus starts.
No, he doesn't. Richarlison starts, guaranteed.
No. But
Chicho left, didn't he? I forgot that he
did. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's be honest. Like, the only reason he started was 1, because of the coach, and 2, this season it was the best Jesus has ever performed in his life before he got injured. Was the best. And Richarlison.
Jesus was fit for the World Cup.
Yes,
No,
he
he
was
wasn't.
playing. They
No, he
didn't.
wasn't.
They told him to play him, man.
No, he was fit.
He
He was
wasn't
fit. No, he was fit, but I think Richarlison would have played basically most of the games anyway. But that was because Chicho rated him. Now he's left. I don't know how it's going to be. Now he's stepped down. I don't know whether the next manager they get is going to be the same.
No, Jesus.
All right, RK's turning me, man. Big up Richie. The new R9 people. The new R9.
Oh, not again. We know what happened the last time you gave someone that marker.
R9 2.0, bro. Let's go.
3.0. You already
failed
the
3.0. We can't forget that.
2.0 already failed.
Oh yeah. Do we still count Lukaku as an R9? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, we do because you called him R9.
The failed experiments means you go up by a number.
When was the last time Lukaku played?
100.
I don't know.
The other day against Milan.
Anyone see him? Was he any good? Or...
I don't know. He came off the bench, I think.
He did come off the bench. I saw the first half. He wasn't playing.
They're sending his ass straight back to Chelsea. I can't be bothered.
It's all right. That's just a little bit more wages that we could probably, that'll help the FFP.
Oh yeah, put him in the fucking Felix deal.
Just loan him out again.
Simeone
Maybe sell him for £10, amortize the year.
Not gonna lie, though. We done Lukaku dirty.
No, we didn't.
I feel for it.
Fuck him.
How did we do Lukaku dirty? He did
recorded that interview. That was all.
No.
He spent half the year trying to enter, begging for a return.
That was awesome.
I never wanted Lukaku in the first place, but I think we did kind of sell him a dream.
What dream?
No, because he came to Chelsea in the illusion that he was the missing piece. Like, if he came to Chelsea, then Chelsea would get the best team ever.
But he didn't want to adapt to a different system.
We thought he was too. That's what you're not getting. Like, the brother has
if you're getting told that you're the missing piece, you're the final jigsaw. That's what I'm saying.
That's his fault for not applying himself. That fucking hippo couldn't even move in the box. That's on him. Come on, man. There's only so much you can blame us for.
Dinshan saying R9 now is still better than Lukaku.
Yep.
I mean, he ain't wrong. He'll probably have better.
Didn't R9 play in a tournament like a couple months ago? I swear he played
like charity matches.
We have a Pies tweet from Fabrizio Romano.
Sir. Hold on, so you could skip over that. You just got a $5 super chat. Yes, sir.
Oh shit, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
He said it's going up.
Okay, big up yourself saying being versatile. Look at the position he was instructed to take. You should be disciplined to be versatile. The problem in Chelsea is we have players who run towards the ball. That is not versatile. Sticking to your position is being versatile. So what's sticking to your position?
0 league goals is being versatile. 0 league goals is being versatile. 0 league goals is being versatile.
The goals I don't really care about. The versatile is not sticking to your position though. That's actually like the complete opposite. Being versatile is being able to do multiple different roles and play multiple different positions.
Being versatile.
No. Not only that, but you still have to have an impact in those roles. It doesn't matter if you can play in multiple different
obviously.
Roles. Everybody can play in multiple different roles, but you have to perform in those roles.
If you're
not scoring, if you can play in 3 attacking positions and you cannot score in either of them,
Bernardo Silva is versatile. He was playing at left center back yesterday for City. Like that's a versatile player where they can drop down and he still played really well. Like
left center back.
Yeah, man. Like they at one point they dropped down, and he was literally, because they were pressing. Villa were pressing so much. He was dropping back, and he was playing left center back, and he was relieving the pressure because no one was able to press him. Like, I swear, man. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but that's versatile. And you can say it about Joao Felix too. How we saw how he was able to drop down and be able to. You need a player like that. You need a striker like that drops down and links up play. You can't just have Havertz, passes back too much, but he kind of just makes stray runs sometimes. It doesn't make sense.
No, right.
But Havertz goes closer to the ball, though. That's why I understand.
Once it gets to the down and dirty, you need your striker to finish.
100%.
Right, as Pius says, Chelsea want to protect Graham Potter. They want to proceed in this process together. Results are always needed. This is the mission for Potter, to get them as soon as possible. And at the moment, there's no conversations with any other managers. So that puts the Flick rumors to bed.
I'm not surprised. Like, the thing is, people need to understand this was coming.
Did Flick leave Germany? Wait,
though.
did Flick leave Germany?
No, he's still German manager.
Oh, man, that was all.
He was at the Chelsea Fulham game.
I was about to say.
No, I'm saying people were just too quick. Under Abramovich, if you weren't performing, you're out. It's not the same. They're gonna trust him, but like tomorrow, I want to see that intensity that they had in like the first 30, 35 minutes. Yeah, just see that intensity in the second half, because they came out.
No, it's not tomorrow. It's Wednesday. We don't play tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's cool, bro.
So they just come out in the second half, and they didn't change anything. You got to play with intensity. You got to come back. I don't know. I feel like it's also him. He's got to toughen up a bit. Smack him up a bit.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have that in him. Let's be honest. He doesn't have that in him. After what he said about after that the VAR call, after what he said about that, I don't ever expect him to raise a finger at nobody, bro. He's just gonna be another hand on the shoulder, and that's fine. But you better get results. You got to get results.
Anyways, as I was saying, in my opinion.
Ziad, come out and come back in, bro.
That's not Ziad, that's Doku.
Oh, Doku. Yeah, Doku, bro. Same energy, bro.
Hey, if you look at the latest tweet from Pice too, I don't know if you want to talk about that.
What, this shit?
The Felix thing, Joao Felix. Oh. Just right now.
What? Just now? He's tweeted again.
He's just tweeted again. Yeah, it's just.
Chelsea feel there's serious possibility to reach an agreement with Atletico for less than 105, 115. Should Joao Felix tell Atletico he wants to stay at Chelsea? Positive feelings at the moment. Love to see it.
He's going to say, like...
He came out in an interview. He was like, life is the same as Madrid here in London. Like, I'm loving it.
That's a lie.
Send them a silky German.
I mean, well, hold on.
That'll be the best assist Havertz has made in a Chelsea shirt.
Nah, he looked good. He played good in La Liga.
Yeah, I got a question for y'all, England people. So here in Virginia, right? Global warming is hitting us. So our winter has not been a winter. Is it the same for y'all?
No, it's been winter. It's been fucking cold.
Nah, I saw Lewis's interview yesterday. It was cold as hell out there in London Stadium.
Bro, it's freezing.
I was about to say, no. We've been chilling. Normally we get snow. This year we've had like let me not say degrees because we gonna get confused. But yeah, now it's been warm.
Yeah, no, it's been well cold. Right. But if he's happy, then like, if he's happy, then and if he continues at the rate he's going, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't make it a permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm scared of is if he continues on the rate he's going, they're probably gonna ask for more. They most definitely gonna ask for more.
It depends what their plan is, though, because like,
yeah, no, I think they don't want him. He doesn't fit into their plans.
I don't necessarily think it. Well, when you say they, I don't think it's necessarily the owners. I think it's Simeone. Like, depending on like we saw. I don't know if anyone saw yesterday. If anyone actually watched the game, I didn't, but I saw like Depay's literally just scored already for them in like what his like second game, or third game, whatever it is. Like he's already scored for them. Like they've got Griezmann as well. They've got I can't remember who else they've got actually.
The guy
they've got Correa who they play up top as well, who Simeone seems to really like. Like
they sent Cunha to Wolves too.
Yeah, they sold Cunha. Like I think if depending on how they go the rest of the season, if Depay continues at the rate he's going in terms of the goals, and if he plays well, if Griezmann carries on, etc., like they might not need him.
Yeah, and I hope because man, that I think for Depay that was a hell of a deal. Like, what did they get him for? It was
$3 million.
Like crazy low. It's Depay. He was just tearing up like the French league a couple of years ago, but yeah.
Welcome again, RK. Much appreciated. Saying Chelsea versatile. It's like Mount Mudryk, occupying the same zone. Versatile is fluidity. It means a single player can occupy a zone in a match. If more than two players are there, it means players are attracted to the ball and it takes them out of the game as well. I understand that, to be fair. But then that's more of a tactical issue, if that's the case. Because 3 people occupying the same zone, why are they all in the same zone?
That's either a tactical issue or a communication issue.
Both.
Yeah, that sounds more like a tactical problem, which again leads more to Potter than the original players. But I do get the thing about Richarlison being versatile, and he could potentially be an option if Kane doesn't leave. But if Kane leaves, Richarlison's going to be their number 9.
And it's Tottenham. Why are we talking about it? They're not going to sell to us.
Hey, whatever RK would like to talk about is totally fine.
Very more money.
Donation, he can talk about what he wants. It's all good.
Yeah, RK, I completely disagree with you. Please try to convince me more.
Yes, please. Try and convince us. Convince us more.
You're such a dick.
Look at Hazy's comment. Look at Hazy's.
Is there still going to be a stream tomorrow after the press conference?
Are you? I take you're going to do a preview tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm going to do an early one because Gem's going live at 3, so I'll do like 1 or something like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
1.
I don't know how long it'll go for. It'll probably still be live by 3, but Gem's got the 3 p.m.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. I start work at 12 anyway, so.
11, 10, 9, 8. Damn, 8 a.m. That's cool. I'll be up.
Oh, dear.
Right. Anything else to comment? Press conference at 6 p.m. Is that tonight?
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow, you'd assume.
Is the game at the Bridge or is it at?
No, it's in Dortmund.
In Germany.
Do they normally do the press conferences at the locations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will definitely do it tomorrow then.
Bro, I'm so annoyed I can't go to that game. That'd be so sick.
Man, that stadium.
Yeah, the only reason I'm going is because it's Dortmund.
Yeah.
Just being able to witness like the yellow wall and all of that, and I'm so jealous.
Why can't you go?
I'd like work. So I'm working on Wednesday. I just don't have the time.
You gotta hit them with the.
Why is it Mal? Because I just don't like streaming at the same time as other streamers because it just kills both of the viewers. You both lose views as a result. That's why I try and keep to a fixed time. So it's like, you lot know I'm streaming at this time, so it is what it is. It's consistent. But yeah, I don't like streaming when other people are live because it's just pointless for both of us.
Plus, it then means that like if you get any guests on, like if you have like for example the other night, like or actually yesterday I think it was, whenever it was, you had you and Marshall streaming at the same time. So you had like me and Alex jumped on both streams for like half an hour.
I know, I felt bad as well, but it was like I didn't know if I was going to stream Sunday, so it's like, fuck, I'm going to go live now.
That's fair.
Saturday,
I think it was fine.
by the way, there might be another stream straight after the game, because if we lose, I'm not going drinking. I'm just going home and I'm going live.
Yeah, I think it ended up being fine.
Yeah, Saints. I don't know if it'll be fine. I don't know.
Bro, that game, that needs to be
any stupidness. I just need to vent.
It's gonna be Orsic again. Watch it. It's gonna be Orsic again.
Bro,
he has a vendetta.
They got Orsic.
He has a fucking vendetta against London clubs, bro.
That's the guy who got Tuchel sacked.
Yeah.
Better be getting
And it's
booed.
the same guy who dropped it. He's the same guy who dropped a hat trick on. Was it Conte or Mourinho's head?
It was Mourinho.
Mourinho. I forgot. Yeah, he dropped a hat
I think
trick
he
on
scored
Mourinho.
against Arsenal too.
And then I'm pretty sure he did it to West Ham as well. Like he hit every club, every London club.
Motherfucker, bro. Yeah, he's defo getting a goal. That might be a cheeky bet.
He's the London
Finishing
assassin.
says, if we lose to Dortmund, will you trust Potter? That's all dependent on how we lose, if we lose. Is it stinky substitutions or game management? Yes, then we'll talk.
I'm going to be honest. I think it's if we don't score a goal. Because their defense has been so fucking trash. Like, their offense, I understand. If we concede, I get
Ain't they won their last 8 games, though?
I know, but their defense has been capitulating every single game.
They concede, yeah. They concede a lot.
If we can't score, that's where I'm going to have problems.
Okay, so last 5 games. 2-0 to Werder Bremen, 2-1 to Bochum, 5-1 Freiburg, 2-0 Leverkusen, 2-1 Mainz, 4-3 Augsburg.
Are you looking at their like win record?
What's their win record thing? 13 wins, 6 losses. Yeesh.
Oh no, I thought you meant their current record.
No, that's their last few games. I was
gonna say they're on a 6-win run.
No, they're on
yeah,
a good win streak,
they
but
don't
they
look
still
to be
concede.
conceding too much.
They
Other than
concede.
Augsburg.
And it was like 3 of those games they had like a last minute winner in them jumps. So it's like it was close calls.
Context. Interesting.
I was going to say the last game, like I only watched the highlights of it, but like they didn't score until after they'd made subs. Like I don't know about the second goal, but their first goal that they scored was from a substitute in the last game. So like
they're still trying to get Haller adjusted to the system. They're still trying to get Reina back into it. Like they still got a lot of problems too.
I don't know with that one. We'll have to see. No Badia Shield. Hopefully Chalobah starts. 100%. That will see Koulibaly, because I know a few people are talking about it. I don't think Koulibaly is going to start. Chalobah starts, fair enough. If Koulibaly starts, if he drops a stinker, I am blaming Potter for that one.
Do you know what it is? I won't actually be mad if I won't necessarily be mad if Koulibaly starts. Just because it hopefully it will give him a chance to show whether he's got, for lack of a better term, a bit of spine. Because it's obviously he's now 4th choice centre back pretty much. So if he starts and he puts in a good performance, it gives me it gives me positive things. It's it shows that he is wanting to fight and he believes in himself. But it's if he just comes in and, as you said, drops a stinker, I will put blame on Potter because he shouldn't have picked him. But at the same time, I'd be hey, at that point, I might just be done. I might just fully people know how critical I've been of Koulibaly, but I haven't fully given up yet. If he comes in on or against Dortmund and drops a stinker, I'm gonna just be done. That'll be me done.
I think that'll be you and me both. He has to come back and hit the ground running if he gets given a chance. If he doesn't, our defense is too good right now to wait for you. It's too good to wait.
Exactly.
You guys,
especially with how Chalobah's played, with how Badishile's playing, with the fact of even though he's barely played, from what I've seen from Fofana, apart from the one mistake against, was it Zagreb or whoever it was, I think he's been decent. There's no excuses now. There's absolutely no excuses.
You guys think he will start Chilwell instead of, or you think he won't risk changing the left side?
I hope he does, just because I want Cucurella to be taken out of the team for a little bit. It's obvious that something is not right with him, and I know what that is, and I get it. We've all probably been there.
Yeah.
Take him out of the team. Just don't, he's got enough shit to deal with right now. Just, get him as far away from the spotlight as possible.
When you've got the fans booing you right as you're coming off too, and yeah, it's messed up, but it's also his, it's his job, so he's kind of got to get over that hump too.
Shit, big man, big up yourself saying, I put my faith in Reece. If he stays, we'll be one of the best clubs in the world. I feel good about where we're going. He must believe it to say it. Reece signed a 7-year deal, my friend. He's going nowhere.
No, he's saying that because I think someone tweeted out.
If he says we'll be one of the best clubs in the world.
We're going to be one of the best clubs in the world, yeah. Reece
James is one of the few people whose mentality I'm really rating right now. Get that guy a vice captain role immediately.
I love how Felix scored. He ran, and he's that he's making him feel a part of the team. He's happy. It's good. It's good to see them linking.
Yeah, it's more power to him. More power to. I know he hasn't had the best of start since coming back from injury, but I don't think we managed his minutes well.
Yeah.
But we all know Reece James will come good. I don't think anyone's too worried about Reece.
When is at peak form, he is easily one of the, he's up there. It's him for me. It's him and Hakimi, and opinions.
Well, now we got Malo Gusto. I'm not even thinking too tough about Hakimi. Like we're all
man. And the thing I love about Malo Gusto is that if you want, he is young enough that you can make him a left back if you want. You know what? He's 19.
Malo Gusto is a left back.
He's a right back. I said you can kind of transition. You don't think so? That he's young enough to you just bring him in?
I've never seen him in that position to even say that's possible. But I think if you put a right-sided player on the left, you lose their attacking ability. Unless you're literally playing him in an inverted role. I'd keep him on the right. Like, we have left backs anyway. We've got Cucurella, we've got Chilwell, we've got Maatsen. We don't need to put him there. Have him be competition on the right. We're fine. Don't need to do that.
Makes sense, yeah.
But yeah, 2.5 hours we've been in. I need to get ready because I need to go to the pub, watch Liverpool lose to Everton, and all in the name of Super Frankie Lampard. So big up everybody in here. Like, subscribe as always, and yeah, trust in Bowley. Trust in Bowley. Do trust in Bowley.